Welcome, everyone. This is Will from KMAC Vintage, joined here today by Everything Broken Garage, Frodo Jedi, and Eric's Edge so far. And it is open for others to join in if you wish. But basically, we're here because really we were all bored, I guess, and didn't really have much else to actually do. So we decided to just come actually together, have some time to actually chat, work on some things, show what things are going on. So anyway, we are all here, so let's have some fun.
Indeed.
So I know today actually Frodo was a lot on the Discord talking about a Centra 610 he was working on, and Ryan actually designed a very nice logo for me. So thank you, Ryan, so
Oh,
much.
you're welcome.
I already tweeted one out, and I
Okay.
already have it scheduled also for the actually drawing on the 28th. But I don't know if YouTube is actually showing it yet.
I didn't see it yet, but it might just be that it's not
Too early.
out with the algorithm yet.
Too early. So I do have that up because, as many know, this is actually Marcintosh month, and let me get my credits out of the way there. So, and together with some other vintage collectors and so forth, we are giving away a SE30, and that drawing will be held on March 28th at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, um, 7 Mountain, and 6 Pacific.
And about 2 a.m. Newfoundland Standard Time.
I'm sorry, but
No, it's
but
about 10, 10:30.
yeah, but yes, that drawing will be held that day. It is a full blown SE30 with everything with it. Um, I have donated the actually Logic board. It is a purple reloaded board, and the ROM. Ron from Ron's computer is giving the case, the CRT, and the metal frame inside, and the floppy drive and the RAM. So he's giving those items. Eric from Eric's Edge is generously donated the um, analog board and the power supply for it. Joe from Joe's Computer Museum has donated a blue SCSI. And Frodo Jedi today agreed to donate a keyboard and a mouse. So he has those in his possession, and he'll be sending them out tomorrow over to Ron.
Yep.
So Ron will be getting everything and putting it together and so forth. So anyway, on my channel is the video to watch of how to enter for those that have not entered yet. If you have entered, you should really only enter once, but it's gonna filter out any duplicate entries anyway. So anyway. So that's that for that. I am done with my spiel, and now we'll just sit here and chat about what's been going on. So okay, so I'll open it to everyone else. Trina, hello there. Retro Tech Chris, hello. Um, yes, Trina, I am reading. But I do need to go do one thing, Trina, because I need a mod. And I'll make you that.
Oh no, chaos ensues.
Because I think actually Garth is set as one, but
While you're doing that,
Yeah.
I'd like to
Oh,
mention
that looks great.
the
Well, I don't
contest
remember
I've
where.
got going for Marcintosh too, where I'm giving away one of Ron's quality T-shirts here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you just have to. There's a video I've got that's called Major Award. You just have to comment on that and enter.
Okay.
Anyone in I can ship it to. So
Okay, now I don't
yeah.
remember how to make this as how to put someone as the. I don't remember how to do that.
Oh, from YouTube.
Yeah, well, that's where I'm at, but I don't remember how to.
I think you right click on them in the chat.
Oh yes, okay, yes, that's it. That's where I gotta go in the chat. Put user in timeout. No, I'm not gonna put Trina in timeout. Add as standard moderator. Okay.
Put her in timeout. Put her in timeout.
Moderator timeout.
No, that is only Retro Techie goes in there.
Mm.
So
Wow,
Trina,
that's-
you were the mod, please. Okay. So anyway, so let me close down YouTube now, and then I'll go back to stream. Frank S, hello there. Thanks for joining. So anyway, one of the things I got from someone sent me 2 SI boards, and today I started looking at them to see if I'm going to attempt to fix these.
Eric, for a second there, I thought you literally had the T-shirt pinned on your wall.
It does kind of look that way, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
I'm trapped behind the T-shirt. No. I should probably change the layer so it is.
So anyway, this person sent me this board. It is a SI. Hold on, I need to fix my focus. Mine is bad.
Oops.
But then when I go and look at it, it was battery bombed. Okay. I mean, we can see here in the memory sim socket, it looks real bad. But then there's a lot of resistors that are missing, pads that are missing. I've done a little bit of scraping and looking at it. But what is worse to me is when I get down to this chip. This is the CPU. This is where the CPU sits. Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, that looks pretty crap.
And when
Looks
we look
frosty.
at this, there's very little left. All this is eaten. All this is gone. And you see here, busted there. They're
How about for
busted.
those vias?
So was that a battery bomb?
Yes.
The vias are probably in rough shape too.
As I turn around and look at my own SE that I haven't opened ever.
Well, this is not SE. This is actually SI.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The V is not so bad. I mean, but what I'm more worried about is the amount of trace damage that there is on this thing and these pads. I mean, when I look at this here, that's holding, but this one doesn't go anywhere, so I really don't care about that one. But then all these other ones, I mean, here I'll have to run something.
Yeah.
Okay, all these are broken. This one is barely holding on.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, well,
Is it worth fixing though? Like, how difficult is it to find an SI board?
Hey, Adam.
Adam, welcome. How are you, sir? Are you traveling again?
Hey
You
guys,
look like
how
you're
are
sitting
you?
in the airport.
I'm
Huh?
in the Hilton in Tennessee.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
okay. You're at the hotel.
Yep, just came to watch and see what's going on.
Yeah, we were all bored, so we're like, okay, well, let's just hang out.
Yeah, did you
Learn
guys
how to
see
use an
the,
oscilloscope this week.
oh, did you guys see the post where the damage on my cube is?
The crack where it was too tight.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I saw the one of the.
Yep, right there. You can see it by the T-shirt.
Yeah. So can you put a little bit of epoxy in there to like seal it up or to stop it from cracking?
It's cosmetically, it's always going to be there.
Right.
So I loosened the screws slightly because I probably over tightened them.
Way to go.
But oh
Did
well.
you guys see the Apple IIe that I bought?
I heard about it.
Yeah, it's an item that's rare enough that most people don't even know what I'm talking about, and it's like, look at this thing I got. And everyone's like, what? Who cares? What?
What does
I
it
don't know
do?
what that is.
Seriously.
It's a late '80s, early '90s Apple II thing that lets you gen lock NTSC video and then overlay Apple II graphics over it, kind of like to create like graphics like for a TV station. You know, like
Yeah.
a lower third.
Yeah, it's like Do you remember? I don't know if you saw the guy who found the old Atari that was running like the public broadcasting system or the
Yeah, yeah,
weather
that's the
station
one
or
that's got that
something?
card in it, right? With those two BNC type connectors on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's actually RCA's, and somebody put BNC adapters on it, and then they chopped out the composite video jack of the 2E itself, and they put in they soldered a wire in that also runs BNC. It's from a TV studio in Beverly Hills is where the guy
Oh, okay.
found it,
Cool.
and he had no idea that card is any consequence. To him it's just like, oh, here's an Apple II that I found.
Wow.
The last thing is they sell so rarely. It's hard to find a price
Yeah.
on what it's actually worth. But the last one I could find that sold was $500,
Wow.
and the whole computer I bought was $300.
Oh.
So that's why I posted like, "Hey guys, I got this Apple II. I don't need it." I didn't want to tip the guy off and say like, "Hey, can I just have that card?" Because then he'd be like, "What's this card?"
Yeah, you
Right.
look that up.
And I'll start Googling.
Right. Which is what happened with the guy with the really old Apple II, where I was like, "Oh, like, why do you want to pay so much for this?" Like, "Oh, I just like it. It looks neat." Like, and then he found out it was worth $1,000, and I had been offering $100.
That's the one that wouldn't just ship you the card.
No, the guy with the card, I just said, "Screw it. I'm just going to buy the whole thing, and then I'll just resell the Apple II." I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like I don't have any Apple IIs laying around.
No, it's not.
But the other thing that's cool about it is that basically the RGB output is identical to a 2GS, so it's kind of like the only way to make an Apple IIe output like a 2GS.
Interesting.
So you can put a Platinum 2GS monitor on a 2E with that, and it works.
That's
That's
weird.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your plans for it? Are you going to keep it or are you going to sell it?
Well, the computer it comes in is just a white key Apple IIe from like '83. It's super basic. It's not even enhanced.
No pun intended.
That I will just turn around and I posted on Discord. If anybody wants a cheap 2E, here you go. I think what I'm going to probably do with it is put it into my Clear 2GS Stealth.
Okay.
So it'll be something where you will be able to see it in the case, and that will give that machine dual RGB output, which
That's
might be
cool,
interesting and fun to play with.
Yeah, that's cool.
But it's just basically the last card on my list of cards I always wanted, but I could never afford. Like back when that came out, it was like $4,000,
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
and that's like 1989 prices.
Wow.
So there aren't a lot of them, and they're hard to find.
That would have been a bargain to a studio or something.
Oh, yes, for sure.
The equipment to do that's probably what, $10,000 or something.
Well, the thing is, when I was doing video production stuff in my early undergrad college days, we were trying to genlock computer signal onto like an output of a Betacam,
Yeah,
and
right.
I managed to make it work, but it was probably like 15 grand worth of stuff that we had to use to get my
Yeah,
Apple
wow.
IIc to do that. And at the time, I was like, well, we could buy this overlay card and use an Apple IIe, and they were like, we're not paying that, but make it work with what we got. So I knew about the card. I couldn't even get a school to buy it. That's how much.
Oh, if that was late 90s or late 80s, early 90s, why wouldn't you have done it with like a Macintosh? Or was that just right out to lunch?
Macintosh didn't really do anything with the NTSC and Genlock. The thing was is that the Apple II series used the same basic signal format as what we were using for video for TV.
Right.
So it was that, or it was like an Amiga with a video toaster.
Yeah.
That was even more expensive.
I heard of the video toaster. Yeah.
That's what my high school used. They had an Amiga with a video toaster. They would do the school news and all that crap with.
Nice.
But my high school was at the point where it's like we were able to upgrade some of the video hardware, but like the TVs in the rooms were black and white Motorola TVs. I mean, it was a whole like 1960s to 1980s vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My school
I-
didn't have any at all.
I had to pull teeth just to get us a non-linear JVC VHS editing system.
Oh, wow.
The AV club didn't exist in my school. We had film strips, movie projectors, and that's
I
it.
remember film strips. We had film
Yep.
strips that played their
Oh.
cassette tape.
Yeah,
we kind of created our AV club. They had this all this stuff donated in the late '60s, but it was everything was black and white.
Wow.
Yeah, we used VHS to VHS, and that was about it. It was the level of the editing I was doing. But I do remember getting a Diamond, an ATI All in Wonder, capture card in like 2001.
Oh, yeah.
And that was when we started like using oh god, what was the name of the software? Pinnacle. Was it Pinnacle?
Yeah.
Video.
Pinnacle was video editing. Yeah.
Yeah, so we used Pinnacle Video Editor to like make the stupid movies that we were doing. But that was a lot of work, and we always drooled over the Macs because it was such an easier process.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a piece of software, and oh, you can just connect your at the time it was like a Sony Handycam with FireWire to the Mac
Mhm.
and copy it that way. Meanwhile we were using VHS, and what was the small VHS tape called? The
VHS-C. The thing is, that was way after. I mean, when I was in the end of high school, the Mac was still a black and white 9-inch whatever.
Right.
You could do a video input there was a little box that hooked up to the serial port, but it was like 10 frames a second.
Mhm.
The thing was on a just a cheap Apple IIc, which was cheap by that point, I could output graphics and overlay them at the same resolution as NTSC video. And even though a Mac was way higher res on its own screen, it couldn't deal with syncing to anything that had to do with like composite video because it was just the way they designed it, it didn't do that. You had to wait till like the 840 AV and the 660 AV to be able to do that kind of stuff. And that was mid 90s.
I need a replacement end for a 50-pin SCSI cable, like the ribbon cable.
You
What do you
just
search for
super glue it
online?
together.
Well, I
Like
need
those
to
are like
re-dump it
there's
onto
like
a
a
new
dollar
cable.
on wherever.
Yeah. Well, I know it's got to be cheap, but I'm not sure what I'm searching for. The
Look
ones
for,
that snap together.
IDC 50.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I just bought a whole crap ton of those to make some new SCSI cables.
Man, I just placed a Mauser order just before right before this actually streamed.
Mhm.
Yeah, you want. I mean, if you buy one or you
Perfect.
buy 50, it's probably the same price because they usually sell them in bulk.
I could buy a
Uh,
25 pack for $9 on Amazon.
And I didn't ship your 2SI power supplies, so if you want me to, I could throw some
Oh,
of those
yeah.
in.
Okay. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I got a Potato Fi sent me an external CD drive, but when I opened it up to see what was wrong with the CD drive, the cable was actually fell apart.
Okay.
So I just need to put a new end on and put it back together and see what happens.
That was
Right.
funny is I boxed up your 2SI power supplies, and then I forgot, I'm traveling Sunday. I can't really drop this off.
Exactly. It's just an open.
But yeah, I've got some IDC 50s. And do you need any of the actual cable or just the connector?
Just the connector, because this had a bunch of it, and then I've got a couple extra ones.
Okay.
Um,
I have a
but yeah,
special
I'm just
tool
trying
that
to-
crimps those, like it goes squish like all
Yeah.
together. But if you don't have that tool, just put something hard on the top and the bottom, and
Okay.
then just squash it with like pliers or something.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I need to do. That I have a box. I have your stuff already ready to go. Same with Eric, and then I've got 2 boxes
All
going.
right, let me
Ron.
come and look at the chat.
I've got that floppy drive, Adam, and then I've got all those system discs.
Retro check Chris is in the back. It says.
Luke, hi there. Jake, hi. I see you joined.
Retrotech Chris is in the backstage.
Oh,
Yeah.
Luke, I didn't even hear the actually bong. Okay.
There he is.
There he is.
Hey, what's
Hi,
going
Eric.
on?
Hi, Chris.
Hello.
Retro check Chris, I've never seen you before ever. How are you doing?
Since when?
Okay.
man.
So sorry, I did not hear. I didn't hear the actually doorbell thing.
All,
It didn't
all
do
is
anything for me.
forgiven.
It lit up and it had a red dot on chat, so that's why I saw
No.
that.
All is
So
forgiven. Yeah. I'm going to put a network together. That's what I'm working on. I have
Oh.
a exhibit I'm doing at BCF East on IBM iClass. I know that's not appropriate for Marcintosh.
yeah,
It's okay.
We are going to hook up my PS2 Model 30 to a Apple Talk network, though, at BCF. So
Nice.
that should be fun. Yeah. So
Hey, Chris, did you see my PowerMac 4400 I got, which was the Apple version of the Apple clone, which is built out of an old PC case? So it drew blood when I tried to open the thing. So I
Yeah.
thought that was very, very PC appropriate.
If you're not bleeding, you're not doing it right.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. No, you have to give blood offerings whenever you work on a PC. That's just
It's
part
like,
of
how
the
does the SCSI port work? Oh, it's not on the motherboard. It's the weird header that goes to like a DV15 connect or DV25 connector on the back. Yep. Welcome to PC world.
PC world. Yeah,
PC world.
that's how it works.
Live and
Hey, what
breathe.
can I say? It's all what we knew. For me, it was always PCs, so I still
Listen,
play with the terrible
PCs
things.
keep my mortgage paid. So
Yeah, yeah.
hey, I tell you, all of that PC stuff got me my good jobs and got me to where I'm at. So
Yeah.
Hey, so today I was at work and I said, hey, you guys, I only have 8 gigs of RAM in my laptop, my work laptop. And I was at corporate for the first time in months.
Uh-huh.
And they said, okay, here, we'll grant you an 8 gig stick and you can have 16 gigs.
Okay.
And I opened up my
How
HP
generous.
laptop and the battery is like a pillow.
Oh no.
Like, and I'm like, oh, no wonder my battery life is only like 2 hours.
I saw somebody post a pillow on Twitter. On Twitter, was that you? That was your HP laptop, huh?
I posted on Discord. I said, look, a
Oh.
spicy
on
pillow.
Discord. Okay.
Adam, I honestly didn't look close enough. I thought it was just a last gen MacBook Pro.
No, it's an
Yeah, me
HP.
too.
It's an 840 G5, and
that's
it's a few
fine.
years old.
Yeah.
But I had no
Well,
idea the
yeah.
battery was starting to expand, and only because they said, oh, here's an 8 gig stick. You can double your memory. I opened it up, and like as soon as I undid the screw on that corner, it went because the battery was just sitting there going. Ah! And I sent a picture of that to my work chat, and they were like, "What's the problem?" Like they have no idea.
They didn't see what was wrong with it.
No, I wrote the same thing I wrote on Discord. I wrote spicy pillow, and the one
Yeah.
guy was like, "I had to look that up on Google." I'm like, "Okay." But I just went on Amazon and ordered some generic battery replacement for $35, and I'll just
It
put it
won't
in
last
myself.
very long. I've been.
Oh, I don't
I've
care because
I've
I'll just
replaced
keep
5 or
doing it.
6, no, like I've replaced 5 or 6 HP laptop batteries in the last probably, I'd say 6 months, and every one of them has failed from Amazon. I don't know if it's like a bad batch one in China or.
Well, I picked the one that had 99% good reviews,
Okay.
so hopefully
That's
it
good.
will. It costs
I
more than
usually
all the other
source
ones
my
too.
cheapest.
I couldn't find a genuine one because the laptop is 4 years old.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's obsolete now.
and that's what kills me. Although HP apparently,
I want to keep my obsolete laptop though because it's got the side dock connector and it has an Ethernet port.
although
I-
apparently HP is offering like proper teardown tutorials now and like fix it yourself tutorials and the right to repair. They're like jumping on the bandwagon.
Oh, good.
So
Nice.
hopefully that's a good sign. That means others will follow suit.
Yeah.
Hopefully kicking and screaming.
Hey, I'm not too displeased with that laptop. You can take the bottom off with like 8 screws, and then you've got access to the SSD. The Wi-Fi card is a replaceable part.
Yeah.
The RAM is just 2 DIMM slots.
What do you mean?
It's not like a MacBook where it's like everything's glued together.
No, Apple would never do that. Lies.
So I'm actually not too unhappy with that laptop, and the screen resolution is great. It's basically like 1080p. So
Yeah.
for on the other hand, I did take a rainbow Apple sticker and stick it over the HP logo on the back. So
So for a quick, it looks like a MacBook.
it's like a LGBTQ friendly laptop. Yes.
So there you go. Nothing wrong with that.
I've got an Elite Book for one of my work laptops, and my other one's an M1 Mac. It's the only Mac in the house. What can I say?
Ooh.
I know, right? I know. And it's too new for Marcintosh, so I can't really.
I used to use a MacBook it was split between Mac and Windows, and I would use the Windows side as my work. And I actually had it imaged as like our Active Directory and everything. And I tried to do that again with a newer one. They're like, no, we're not. You can't do that. Now, however, they're letting me have control of joining new hardware. I'm like, oh no, it would be a shame if this MacBook Pro happened to join as a corporate laptop, and I could just take the actual corporate laptop and put it aside.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Because I would really just love to carry a MacBook Pro around instead of this HP thing.
Well, from the new 365 stuff that I've been doing and using, like joining a MacBook is no different now than joining a PC for, like, if you're using the Azure online, ecosystem, we'll say, for with 365. It doesn't care if it's a MacBook or if it's a PC. It just goes, oh, a device.
Well, I just want to join the Windows side of an Intel MacBook as a work laptop.
But you do that too. Adam, you might know this. The Western Digital equivalent to a 6502, is that reliable?
Looks like Adam's having some trouble with his connection there.
Well, I'll put the question out to the rest of you.
Can you guys see me now?
Yeah, we can
Yep,
see.
we can see you.
For future reference, if you're doing StreamYard on your phone and
Yep.
you've set an alarm, the alarm will ruin the stream. I had an alarm set for
Oh.
an eBay auction I'm watching. Anyway, I'm going to
what do you
mute.
like
I'll
now?
be some ADB keyboards. Nobody go bid on ADB
nice.
keyboards for the next
Quickly to eBay.
20 minutes. Yeah, be right back.
Yeah, I'm looking at. I need a couple of replacement 6502s, and the only replacement that I can see that's still being made is one from Western Digital.
I think Justin ordered some recently, didn't he?
Yeah, Mauser.ca has about 1,500 of them in stock.
Do you need real 6502s or like 65C02s?
It's for my pet and for a smattering of Commodores that I have and VIC-20s.
I can
So,
probably
first
dig
they're
you up 2 or 3 out of dead boards that are real late 70s, early 80s 6502s.
Okay, well, I mean, if you're willing to get rid of them, sure. If not, I was going to say the one that you can get from Western Digital, is that reliable? Do you know?
I think the pinout is different on the modern
it?
ones. It might be.
Okay.
I would be careful with that. But the thing is that I've got tons of junk 2E boards that are 6502s.
Okay.
And when I fix them, I usually put 65C02s on them anyway because I want to make them enhanced.
So, follow the side note. I put the 65 in my pet, and it worked.
Well, the CO2 will work.
Oh, no kidding.
It just won't use the extra opcodes.
Right, and that's why I figured it was more of a. It'll work one way, but not necessarily the other.
Oh, Justin, if you're watching, I'm not on the paid version. I can only have 6 people. I can't add you right now, Justin.
Hey, if Justin wants to join for a while, I'll skip out. I'm cool with that.
Okay. All right, Eric. Thank you for that volunteering.
No problem. See you guys later.
Okay. All
See
right.
you, Eric.
Thanks,
Have
Eric.
a good night.
Bye, Eric.
Bye.
I'd show my face, but I broke my camera. I'm trying to.
Aw. Well, I'll just have to remember how you look.
Keep
Yeah,
on watching, though, Eric.
Don't scream
Keep on
about
watching.
Eric.
It will help.
Will,
Yes.
you see that I changed your advertisement into a video now, so it has a moving background.
I think it looks
Oh.
nice.
Nice.
So yeah, I can actually send that to you too if you want to use that as your old video for your live
Yeah,
stream.
definitly. Thank you.
Hi,
See,
Justin.
I
Where's your
don't know how
cat?
to do any of this stuff. I don't know how to do any of that.
Honestly, I just use
Oh.
Canva and they have it
Yeah.
all built in. Super easy.
The cat didn't follow me downstairs. The cat said it's too cold down here, and I'm about yeah. And if it wasn't for the fact that I need to figure out what caps I need to work on this next week, I was going to say it's too cold down here too.
No, there's
Anyways,
a furnace. You can turn
So-
it on and off.
well, I can turn the furnace on and off. It's just the one problem is the furnace doesn't work in the base. The furnace does not supply heat to the basement because the basement is unfinished.
Well, I guess
Yeah,
you
we
need to
have,
get into a cool retro room and finish it.
and then there comes the second problem that costs money.
Fair enough.
Justin needs more Patreon subscribers.
I need more
More
Patreon
coffee donations.
subscribers.
Hey, I already sent you $100. Just calm down.
Or more likely for a renovation like that, enough equity to get a HELOC.
It's not cheap anymore.
Yeah, I
Can
know,
we
and
trade,
that's yeah.
Can you trade a Lyron card for that? Yeah.
Yes. Well, anyways, hi Will and Frank
Justin,
and
how
Ryan
ya?
and Chris.
Is that Justin D. Morgan?
This
It
is
is,
Justin
one and
D.
only.
Morgan, and I recognize that space now.
You have been in this very spot.
I have been in that very spot. I now know what is on the flip side of the stair rail.
That's you were one of the few.
Chris, have you seen a stark decrease in the value of your home since you allowed certain people to visit?
Well, you know, they
Market
did say
completely
something
crashed
about
in
just
your-
letting anybody in here and how that can have an impact on property values. But yeah, we may see something. Actually, this past month, the value went up quite a bit. So if that happens, then RetroTech Chris can retire at some point. So that's good. You know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, but I hear you. No, Justin and I had a lot of fun. We filled the day. I think I kind of kept him hostage here.
Yeah.
He can disclose the reasons why later. I don't know how much he shared about his acquisitions, but I think we made it worth his while to stick around. And he helps me with the problem of an overpopulation problem of certain types of laptops.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But,
yes, I may have rescued a laptop.
Yep. Yeah.
Justin, come on now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come
Well,
on,
no, I
you
gotta
want
get
somebody else. How many did you take?
no, just one laptop, and a floppy drive, and a CD-ROM drive, and a keyboard, and
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And the
And-
different hand towels and the free bathrobe.
The complimentary soap.
Little soaps
Yeah.
and conditioners.
But yes, so if you didn't see the video I released yesterday, it was one of the videos we shot while at RetroTech Chris, while I was at RetroTech Chris's. And
Yeah.
this is the power supply for the computer that's in that video.
Nice.
Because
Hey, Justin,
I
was
think-
I right about what you had in the special card? Was I even close?
you were dead on, Adam. It was Daystar Turbo 040.
Okay, I didn't
Because-
want to ruin your thing, but you sent it on Patreon and you had comments open. So
Oh, yeah. I left comments open on Patreon because I wanted to know if someone knew what it was. So totally fine. If I leave comments open on something like that, it's because I'm looking for an answer to my question, and I'll take it whenever I get it.
what I want is
Because-
more streams like Proto Jedi when he had on the Apple II junk, and I was like, "Oh, that's model number X," and he was like, "What?"
Yeah,
And
Adam's
then
an encyclopedia.
That was fun. That was super fun.
Adam was like, "There's a sticker on the bottom of the power supply that'll say S, a bunch of numbers, the first two digits are 683, and it was made on a Tuesday."
Yep. And if you
Yeah.
hold it up real close and smell it, you could smell the citrus from
Yeah.
Southern California.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, today I just happened to be browsing eBay at the right time, and I found someone that was selling like a whole lot of Apple II
ABD
cards.
keyboards.
No, just Apple II cards. And
Oh.
so I was like, I always, when I see those, I always look really close at the pictures to see what cards are in it. But
Mhm.
the first picture was of an Apple II of a SCSI 2 card. So right then I knew, wait a minute, this might be something worth looking at. But I continue looking through the photos, and the second photo is like of a bunch of disc controller cards that they pulled the ribbon cable off of, which,
Oh.
okay, they made them worthless because they're the ones where the ribbon cable, it's not in a like a pin header. It's like, okay,
Gotcha.
great. Spare parts.
Justin, I
Third
know how
picture.
to, the ones that have that connector that's like soldered to the disc controller. I know where to get that connector, but here's the thing: it costs more than what that stupid 5 1/4 inch controller is worth. So it's,
Yeah. So
I mean,
I'll keep
if
the.
you end up with one of those, keep the 8 chips because
Oh,
they
yeah.
still work on the old disc 2 cards, but don't repair the card because it's a waste of money.
Yeah, so I'll keep the cards for the chips. But
Okay.
yeah, so and then the next picture was of like 14 super serial cards without the ribbon cable. At least those are in a socket.
I have
And-
a source for those ribbons too, if you need them.
Yeah, I'll get that from you. And then the next picture though was of like 6 cards, and they were, and I was looking at them, and something stuck out about one of the cards, and so I went to Google image search. I searched for Lyron card to get a picture of it, and on that picture I saw the FCC ID, and I zoomed in on the eBay photo and saw the FCC ID on that card. I'm like, that's a Lyron card among a bunch of other disc controller cards.
Yes.
And then the last photo was of 3 Apple II GS memory cards, and at least the one that you can see most of the chips, it had all the memory sockets populated, and I've been looking for those memory chips. And then another Apple IIe. Oh, and then there's like a Blue Million 64K 80 column cards for the Apple IIe, and none of them looked like they had MT RAM. So, anyways, yeah. So
Justin, the Lyron card is a good thing to come across. Like it's the time that Adrian had like those 8 Apple IIs that he got. Like, oh, these all have this weird card in it. Like, dude, you have 90% of the cards that everybody knows to exist.
yeah.
And he's sitting there trying to plug 5 1/4 inch drives in. I'm like, stop that. But
Yeah,
I mean, when you ask what a Lyron card was worth today, I'm like, well, there's no price because it's so rare that nobody knows. I mean, it could be $100 this week, $300 next week. It's a good card to have if you have an Apple II and you want to mess around with stuff. Keep it and mess with it. I mean, you could make a couple $100 if you sell it, but they're not out there. They're hard to get.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on. I've decided I'm gonna hold on to it for now because, yeah, they are hard to get. Yes, I could use a Yellowstone card, but
Yeah, but
I've
you don't need a
managed-
Yellowstone card because that a Lyron plus just a $20 disc 2 card does all the same stuff.
exactly. So
So Justin, what you need to do is get the the floppy drive that Frodo Jedi has.
I may have a lead on one, but I guess now I may have a lead on 2.
Yes.
I'll
That's a good question for you, Adam. Trina asks if you can use a blue SCSI with an Apple IIe. You just talked about that the other day.
Yes, you can use a blue SCSI with the Apple IIe. You just need a SCSI card for the Apple IIe.
and that lot had one. I don't know which SCSI 2 card it is, but it has one. So will I be trying to plug in a blue SCSI to an Apple IIe? You betcha.
Well, Justin, it would be a SCSI card. There's no SCSI 2 card for 2E. There's either the original Apple SCSI card for the 2E or what they called the high speed at the time. But they're both SCSI 1.
I know what it is. The card did have printed on an Apple, or it had SCSI and then 2, but it was the 2 eyes. The 2 was not for SCSI 2, it was for Apple 2. That's what it was.
Yeah, if you send me a photo of it, I'll tell you which one it is. The high speed card is really, really rare. The original one is still rare, but I mean, no, there's not a whole lot of people who bought a SCSI card for an Apple II, so they're all rare. But if it's an Apple card, like Apple manufactured card, none of them have. Well, let's not say that. 95% of them don't have term power, so a Blue SCSI won't work without USB lighting it up. But I have found instructions how to do a mod to each of those cards so that you can have term power turned on. So you can take a DB25 Blue SCSI and just shove it in there. It just works.
I think the card that was in this lot was made by CMS Enhancements.
Oh, that card sucks.
Oh,
You
that
can
one
make it
looks like
work, but it's more like sassy than SCSI.
Oh,
You can make it go, but you may have some trouble.
What do you got there, Frank?
Justin, if it's a CMS card, talk
I
to me
think I have
offline, and I'll help you figure that out.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
Isn't that what I
sounds
sent
good.
you, Adam?
We'll make Frank big.
All right, hold on. Make
Is this
who
the same
big?
thing I sent you, Adam?
Frodo Jedi.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
I think this is one here.
Hey Frank, that's
Yeah.
the high speed Apple card. It's difficult to find, to say the least, and it does not provide termination power. But it's not a CMS card. CMS is a third party. That's an
Mhm.
Apple card. All you need to do on that card that you've got there is jumper
Yep.
one thing, and then you get termination power.
Awesome.
And I can help it. I can help anybody
Okay.
who wants
Frank,
to do that.
Joe says,
Yes.
"Give it to me, Frank." Cap locks.
I do have a few spares.
Well, I'll tell you this. I looked that card up after you sent it to me. I'm like,
Yep.
how hard is this to get? And the last sale I saw on eBay, there was only one with $300.
Yeah, I've got a few of them still. I have some serial cards sitting here too.
Huh.
A few different ones. I got
Nice
one
box.
going out to Eric, a serial card.
Adam, here's one for you that I want you to see. If you can, well, let's
What do you got? What do you got, Will?
hold on.
Well, I've got some good news, Chris.
What's that?
There was no risk of a reefa going off in this power supply.
Is that a 80 column card?
I'm not sure. I think it is. It doesn't say anything on it, so. The only thing it says on it on the bottom is 1980, a VidX.
VidX.
A VidX down there on the bottom.
Yeah, that's a fairly common 80 column card.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same card I have.
I have to go check something. I'll be right back.
All right.
I have a very similar card, Will, and two of my Apple card.
Yeah. There's no reefa cap in this power supply that was in the Performance 600.
Really?
Yeah. It's got
Wait, does it have the reefa in the actual power adapter plug?
no, it's a blue poly cap there, so it's not a reefa.
Okay.
It's got an Okaya brand one.
Justin,
guess
are you
maybe-
wearing? Sorry,
Orange
go ahead.
gloves. Yes, I'm wearing orange
No,
gloves.
I was wondering if you were wearing them because it was cold, or if you thought you were going to catch something from that power supply.
I thought it was Zoidberg.
Probably because of answer
Well, who knows where it
C.
came from? So I don't know.
Probably because of answer C. I have yet to hook the sink up in my basement because I got to see when my schedule is going to line up with my coworker that
That's a
offered
good
to help
idea.
me.
But
So
did you buy the sink?
yes. I bought
Sink
the
was
sink.
purchased? Oh, awesome.
Yes, the sink has been purchased. It's
Awesome.
it's sitting over where the sink will eventually go.
Nice.
It's
Awesome.
I actually have it.
Awesome.
Half the battle.
Are you going to do like
Is any-
turn your sink into a ultrasonic cleaner?
I will probably install an electrical outlet near the sink so that I can put the ultrasonic cleaner beside it.
Oh, right. You already have one.
Yeah, I already have one. So I don't need to turn my sink into an ultrasonic cleaner. In fact, it's actually a plastic sink, or one of the, or
Probably
it was
Like
made
a
in
utility
Canada.
sink.
Yeah, it's a utility sink. It was made in Canada.
Awesome.
It's made out of some sort of
You
plastic.
don't need to Brancos it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to Brancos it.
I'm
does
sorry.
that
That
mean?
was me.
If
Anyway.
it's pour wine all over it. Hey, I won the auction for those. Do you guys see the picture of the two, like, super disgusting Apple IIcs?
No, I didn't see.
No.
Was
Kind
it
of looked
in
like they were in a mud pile.
I have one that I'm watching too that's ending in 33 minutes.
I just won that one. I lost the auction for the Apple ADB keyboard stuff by $10.
Did you get sniped
well.
at him?
I guess so. I bid with like 9 seconds left.
I haven't checked
And I
the
still
chat
got
in a while, so
Wow, somebody really wanted
On
it.
an unrelated note, I won a bunch of Apple keyboards. Macintosh keyboards.
It's
I
the,
did.
Well-
of course, it's the ADB keyboard too, but
Will, that SE30 that I had sent you earlier, the one that was powered on but untested, ended up going for $177.50 plus shipping.
Ooh.
that was the
And it
whole
was-
SE30 and the case in it.
Yeah.
With the one
Yep.
in the case. Yeah,
Yep.
I knew that one would go kind of high, but
That empty shell ended up going for like $70 or $80.
wow.
I
Yeah.
traded a 386.
Yeah, I know that
No monitor, nothing.
Adam is looking for a board too, so because he
Yeah.
wants one. He wants one for his clear case.
Has anybody ever used an ELF computer? Those ones
ELF?
you used to put together?
No.
Yeah. Used to be like a Heathkit type thing where you used to build it
Hey,
yourself.
Steve's here. Hey, Steve.
Hi, Steve. Hi,
Hey,
Joe.
Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Oh, hi, Steve.
I'll
Joe
drop-
is here
Joe.
too.
I'll drop out if Steve wants to join or Joe.
I don't know where Adam is heading to.
I'm going outside
Good
for a
Fever
minute.
Dreams is here too.
But
I
I'm still
wonder.
here.
Yeah, I don't have the paid version. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, that's why I can only have 6 in here. Maybe I'll go and
Will,
splurge
and all
get the
your
paid
all your
version.
money from the Cayman Islands, you can buy a copy of StreamYard. All that money you're
I don't do
hiding
that many
from
live
businesses in
sessions. That's the
America?
thing. I mean, but I mean, I may go ahead and do it now. I may go ahead and get that and deal with it. So
I found an ELF board that somebody
I
had
wonder.
made.
I wonder if I can do the upgrade while I'm streaming.
Maybe.
Let me see here.
I made a pin straightener today. I showed everybody earlier, but
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
straightening your ICs.
Aha.
Let's see. No streaming logo in your stream. Build annually. 10 actually on screen, or 12.
I thought it was just 10.
I think it's 10 on screen, 12 total, because you can have 2 backstage.
Yeah, you can have 2. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 12 backstage and 10 actually on screen. So,
Because I got the
so
one
what's
that's like,
better, the actually
it's like-
basic or the actually professional one?
get professional. I have that. You can have 10 people on. You lose that stupid StreamYard logo. And you get 1080p instead of 720p.
Oh, perfect. You can see blown out caps in high definition.
Yes, it's
There you
awesome.
go.
Well, on Dave's stream, we could have seen my Lisa explode live, except
Yes, yes.
he turned my camera off. I'm like, damn it. I was just joking when I left the room, like, guys, watch my Lisa. Make
You
sure it
literally said
doesn't
it 5 minutes
explode,
later.
and then it exploded.
Oh, they don't let me pay with PayPal.
Ooh, you're doing this in real time, Will, huh? You're motivated.
I'm trying to see what it'll do, but it won't let me. It won't let me pay with PayPal, and with my credit card being international, a lot of times I get problems with that.
Gotcha.
Give it a go. What's the worst is going to happen?
That's right.
I like
This
this
is the
chat,
police.
though. Steve says, don't purchase it on my account.
No, I'm not doing
And
it
then-
on your account, Steve. It's
And then Joe says, stream duck.
huh?
He yelled it. I don't know. It's just Joe.
Stream Duck.
Apparently, One Bit Fever Dreams. Are you talking to me about my glasses? Or Will typing in his credit card and being able to see it in his glasses?
So no, it's. I'll have to see how I can do this without. I'll have to see if I can somehow do this with another.
Well, Will, if you disconnect and then reconnect, it should let you reconnect, and I don't know if it'll bring the new benefits. But I know that we've had several streams where the originator of the stream
Hmm.
has dropped, and the stream keeps going.
Yeah, I think that happened with Dave also on Sunday. He had some problems and he dropped out.
Yeah, he has his cell phone that he uses to run the stream, which is hilarious. And
Well, his
he's,
cell phone is faster than his real
Internet.
internet.
no, but he won't get a cable modem because he has some vendetta against the cable company.
Yeah, he wants to stay with AT&T.
And AT&T obviously doesn't have fiber in the area.
I yelled at him, and he's like, "No,
I
I'm
think
not
he
doing
said-
that."
Yeah, I think he said the AT&T there was copper lines.
Yeah. Old man yells at cloud.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
Spectrum, and he won't do Spectrum.
Those are the cable companies. They're bastards.
Adam, Trina messaged you on Discord, she says.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Did I do something wrong again?
Joe, I messaged you on Discord.
Nobody messaged me on Discord.
I did. I messaged you earlier today or yesterday
Did you?
What would you pay for this?
talking about Naboo.
Oh,
I
yes.
was watching that. I was watching that auction that Trina messaged
get
me
one?
about
Oh, you have.
with 3 cards. Yeah, there's no picture of the inside. I think it's like 2 serial cards. The guy offered me 170 to buy it, so watch it.
Steve says he messaged himself on MySpace. Him and Tom are the only ones on there.
Yeah.
Trina,
I'm
if
gonna
you want an Apple TV, I'll just send you one. Just pay for shipping.
Here you go, Trina. You're on the Apple.
MySpace is actually that still actually around?
I don't know.
MySpace?
Probably.
I don't know.
Probably.
It is indeed, and it's terrible looking.
Oh yeah, it is around still.
You could probably still access that on an Apple II.
Yeah.
I see Veronica Explains did a Marcintosh video.
Frank
Nice.
has like 8 Apple IIs.
Oh, nice.
I do. I offered to send Trina one.
You're closing in on my 48.
I'm not even close. I'm a quarter of a bus short.
Hey, Steve. Steve's hitting the road, apparently. The bigger question is how many laser writers do you have in the back of his car currently?
Interesting.
So Joe
Oh.
Joe bought some good stuff at a thrift shop earlier today. I saw, and then apparently Steve also got some good junk from Goodwill.
Yes. There better be a
Today
short,
was the day for deals.
there better
Hmm.
be an unboxing short of everything you bought at Goodwill.
And I guess we need to.
Inquiring.
Oh, gonna get back on the road. So I mean, Steve is on the road traveling then.
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, if we learned anything, there's not
Very
much
well.
to find at the Trenton Computer Festival. So,
That's
Not.
true.
That was like sad. I was
yeah,
depressed.
all those empty tables.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, I'm down to 15% on my battery, so
Safe
when that
travels, Steve.
dies, somebody
Yeah,
else can join.
Now, is that the loaded battery or your cell phone battery?
Here's what's funny is I've got an iPhone and an iPad, but I can't get the iPad to join this hotel Wi-Fi in the lobby here. It just won't go. And it's a cellular iPad, but I turned off the cellular service on it because, like, I don't need that. I can always just use Wi-Fi. But this particular hotel's Wi-Fi is not good in the lobby.
Must be Cisco based garbage.
And I've heard several people in here like, I can't connect to the Wi-Fi. And I'm a Wi-Fi engineer, but I'm not fixing it because they can hear me.
Just because you can doesn't mean you do.
Let me check. I don't think we've seen Ron in here. Let me check and see if he got the board.
Let's see here.
So I mean, Adam, if I can find a SE30 donor board at a good price, I'll get it, and then we can see what we can do for you.
Hey, well, what I'm interested in is a Vola board.
Yeah, well,
with,
those are
with everything that's not custom chips, but sockets for those chips if I can find them. You know what I mean?
so you basically want something like this, and it's all socketed.
Yeah, so say I find a battery bombed SE30 at some point.
Everything socketed.
I can find the L30, the FPU, and the VRAMs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I just want it with sockets so that when I find a battery bombed one, I can pop them over.
Oh, okay. So basically, go ahead and put everything on it. Put on as much actually new as I can,
Right.
and the sockets.
Yeah, and if I ever find one that's bombed, I can just
Swap it
either
off.
remove or desolder those and then
Yeah.
have an SE30.
Yeah,
I
well,
always run into battery bomb stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, honestly, I can't do all that surface mount stuff.
There ain't much really. There ain't. I mean, there's only on the back side, but most of that comes actually already put on.
Well, yeah, if you can do the sprinkle from ACB PLC or PCBWay or whoever. I just wanted, so if I find a battery bombed SE30, I can take the custom chip
Yeah,
and move them over to what you
Okay.
would make for me. And I'll
Well,
pay you for it.
I can do a board and put on all the other non-custom things and everything, and then I can socket everything else for you.
I would just want to test it so like you could temporarily put them on there, make sure it works,
Yeah.
And-
Well,
and
that's
then-
what I would do. I would
and then
pop
just
them
pull
out
off
of
that stuff.
I would pop them out of a board like actually this, and then just put them in that one, test it, and then take them back out. But
And I want to find a 68040 like Justin's just found in Centris, and then I can
you see,
make a nice
this
upgraded
board
board.
this board is all actually socketed. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Except for these two over here, because their actually legs were very short. It looks like when they put them in that they actually cut the legs, and same thing with the two actually sound chips. But everything else is in sockets. I mean, even the actually RTC over here.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah,
and
just
then
let me know what you want me to pay for a board like that without all the custom stuff that
Yeah.
you can't duplicate.
Yeah, the only one that's going to be hard to find is the actually DB19.
I got one of those.
Okay, so
You can leave that off.
okay. Yeah, but just about everything else I can do new. I mean, just about everything.
I pulled DB19s off of battery bomb 2GS boards.
Yeah. Okay. Well. So yeah, I can. That's not hard to actually do.
How's your Lisa, Will?
It's sitting
Same spot? Yep, there it is.
back there, the same spot. I really haven't done much with it.
Have you blown the power supply up yet?
No, the power supply is actually coming on. I mean, surprisingly,
Okay.
it is.
Well, you should turn it on and move it so we can see it explode.
It's just
No,
me
no,
that
no,
has
no, no.
these power supplies.
You see, I do have the new actually IO board all done. This is all
Oh, perfect.
completed, but I don't know. Hopefully, haven't even tested it yet. And then this is the drive. This here drive is, I mean, it's bad. I mean, it don't want to move. And it does have a hard drive in it, surprisingly, and the card on top for it.
Cool.
Hey, Will, I'm gonna drop off. So if you want to let somebody else in,
Okay.
I'll just watch on YouTube.
Okay.
See you, Adam.
All right, Adam.
See you later, Adam.
See if I
See
can
you
travel.
guys.
Bye,
Have a
Adam.
good night.
All right, bye.
Night.
Joe, are you still there? You want to join in? Or Trina?
Well, here goes the energy level till 11.
He might be shipping.
Any of those two out there?
First. Get through first.
The page to
Joe,
watch.
shipping?
I
Nah.
know, right?
Oh, you got a shore.
The
He's
shore.
on his way.
Here comes Joe. Oh, or Trina can have it. You should armor.
Let's go take this floppy out and see what we find.
So, who wants to hear a funny story about Console 5?
Oh, what happened with with them, Luke over there?
So, I paid $44 for the express shipping to Canada, and Luke messaged me the next day after my order shipped and says, "Oh, by the way, we didn't have a couple of the capacitors. We threw them in an envelope and sent them to you separately." I said, "Sure, that's no problem." Anyway, the regular snail mail extra capacitor showed up today. The expedited shipping expensive United States postal thing that I paid for, it's stuck in Ottawa. Long story short, snail mail. That's where it's at. So
The One Bit
yeah.
Fever Dreams asked, "What am I doing in glorious MS-DOS?" Well,
Cool.
I am looking to bridge to a Novell network.
Oh my God. Are you a sucker
Ah.
for punishment?
All right, get ready.
Oh,
I love Novell.
Get ready.
Yo.
Yeah.
Hi,
You
Joe.
Hey, Joe. Ah, he is shipping.
Joe.
Maybe.
He is shipping. Yes, he is.
return. He's also muted. He's talking.
Okay, why can't we hear you, Joe? I don't
He's on
have you
mute.
muted.
He's muted
Hi.
himself.
Put himself in timeout.
Yeah.
I press the button. Does that work?
Okay, now we can hear you. Yes. Welcome. Thank you.
No, I'm not shipping tonight.
Oh.
I am working on this.
Upgrading a piece of styrofoam's memory.
Yes, which is in relation to this.
Which
Can't
is your newest
see it.
Apple IIe?
That's your 3.
Sure, we'll call that an Apple IIe. Why not?
Well,
What
it
is
was
it?
calling itself an Apple IIe earlier, wasn't it?
What's that?
I thought I saw your post on Discord. I thought you were showing that it was calling itself an Apple IIe earlier.
Oh yes, it is doing this. It's confused about its identity. It's decided it's this is a joke, please understand, but it has decided that it has gone woke and has changed its gender.
Correct. And you should support its decision.
Yes, we support its decision. So
So what happened? Memory issues?
oh no. Much better.
Oh, you're gonna test out that card.
Oh, I've not just tested it. It is confirmed. It has been cloned. It is functional. It is 100%.
Ooh.
Awesome.
So there we go.
So what is it?
I just have to put my cloned chips back
Apple
into it, 'cause
IIe
there's
card
one
for an
bad test,
Apple
'cause I
3.
have one bad chip in here. And that's it.
Is it available for sale on jcm-1.com?
Soon!
Or
And by soon,
Alright.
probably like sometime in the next couple of months, because it's only taken me 3 years to get this done. I'm sorry, Petter, if you're watching. This is his original card here. It's in here.
So
Yes,
when are we going to
yes.
get the Apple III card for Apple II?
There's Wait, why would you want that?
So
Yeah.
I can have the experience of dropping my Apple IIe 3 inches on the desk to fix problems?
Well, you can do
Oh,
that
wait.
whenever you like, but it doesn't matter because the Apple II doesn't have that problem. But you can go ahead and emulate it and drop it as much as you want.
I was
Matter of
fact,
joking.
Probably drop it from 12 feet, shatter the plastic, plug it in, and it would still work because it's an Apple II. But
Except I'd be sad because it's a platinum Apple IIe. And
well, yeah, don't do that.
But in all fairness, Justin, if you broke it, it's not like Adam doesn't have 700,000 of them that you can just
Yeah,
throw.
he's got what, 46 of them?
Yeah.
Something like that. Although he bought enough.
yeah.
It'll be in the mail before you even know it. Before, if he can sense that you're breaking one, there'll be one in the mail to you.
His Adam senses with two.
He's like the Eunice organ donation for Apple IIe.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, now this is
Apple
Apple
card is for
card.
sale.
this is interesting to watch. Let me take you
Yes,
from
flip
big.
stick cameras. All I'm doing is I'm not doing anything interesting.
Yeah. I'm gonna. All right, now I'm not doing this in actually slow motion. Okay, this is just how the actually drive is on its own.
Wow.
Oh, that is neat.
I mean, it goes down so slow.
It
I mean,
needs Bugon.
It's probably got a bit
Not
of
literally, but
It's still dropping there. Finally, this is from the Lisa.
Just drop the whole thing.
Lisa, your
Sonic
floppy
Finger.
sucks. You got a sucky floppy, Lisa.
And,
I found an interesting battery setup on that Sentra, the 610 I got today.
Yeah.
They took some watch batteries and put a piece of tape around them, and it's got like a little spring and a flat part. This is what they put in there.
It works.
If it
It's
works,
got,
it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's got the battery pieces,
Yeah.
and they literally took the barrel batteries,
Got
put a
it.
piece of tape around them,
Woo.
and then
That's
put two ends on.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Whatever
At
works.
first glance, I was like, "Huh, that's interesting." I really haven't seen many red batteries, and then I go to take it apart, and it all falls apart, and I'm like, "Oh, that's why." See this
Ring
tape.
around rosy, pocket full of posies.
This is
Ashes,
custom. I
ashes,
bet you it
Okay.
was expensive.
are we gonna have
Good job there.
a busted gear or not?
Yes. Cheese
You
gear
can
for
take
the
me off,
win.
Big.
What's the over under on the cheese gear?
I
Um,
would say it's more likely that it is cheese.
I think it may still be together, but as soon as I touch it, it will fall apart.
It
Let's
falls
see.
apart.
I'm still on Big.
Might as
Put us
well
back.
Oh,
to you so we
sorry.
can get fall apart.
run away, run away. I don't know how to sing the song.
See, that's what the whole stream was missing. Is when we had little silent moments, it wasn't singing.
Hi, my name is Joe, and I'm a famous person.
Hi, Joe.
All right, here we go. Well,
Lucky Drive.
it's still in there.
You're really going
Do you
in.
have a product? Is it dangerous? Can it hurt people, possibly with toxic side effects? Then I'll sell it for you. People believe me because I'm a famous person. It's an old George Carlin skit.
Oh,
81.
that looks like a crack.
Cheese wheel.
Ooh, yeah.
Cheese gear, cheese gear.
Now, is that something you could print on, say, a carbon by bamboo?
Nope.
No?
Nope. That has the features that are way too fine, and it requires way too much strength for standard printing. That has to be resin printed on a special high resolution resin printer.
Yeah,
Like
I've
the
seen
one
it
Will
printed
has.
before.
Will could probably print that on his resin printer without a problem.
Okay.
Which I already have about 40 of them. And here's a new one going in it right now. There we go.
There you go.
Oh, that's
Oh,
it.
wow. Look at that. Very cool.
So now people don't know this, but there are two different types of motors. Okay, like this one is an Omron one. There is that other Awesome or something like that also. That one has a gear in there too, but it doesn't break as often.
Hmm.
But the thing with that gear is that it's a bit smaller, and the shaft is also smaller. But I did actually design those also because I couldn't
Just
find
that
it.
small shaft.
Now, we're not belittling it because it has a smaller shaft.
Okay, so if we look at the one for that one, I mean, we can see it's a bit smaller, you see?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So it won't go on this one, but
Turn on your
I
magical
also have
grow
those
light.
gears. So this was one of the first things that I printed when I got my SE3D printer.
Nice.
What resin printer do you have, Will?
I have the Anycubic Photo Mono 4K or something like that.
Okay. Like it?
Yeah, it does okay for me. I mean, it's not super fast or
5mm.
anything like that, but it does fine. And yes, I mean, resin does these actually fine teeth a lot better than a filament printer.
That's pretty awesome.
All the things I need to buy now. All the things I
Yep,
need to
yep.
So the gear is good. Now that shoot, but
Well,
I need.
What did you drop?
No, not that I dropped. I have this at the wrong position.
Ah,
So I just need to take this one back out, turn that. Matter of fact, let me just turn this a few times and see how it feels.
you just need to turn the gear around
Yeah.
to the other side.
Round. Take it away, Joe.
Every now and then.
Turn around. Turn around, cheese gear.
It's a total eclipse of the
Every
truth.
now and then it falls apart.
It
Yes.
does.
It's made of glass.
Yes.
You can do an entire parody with that.
Quickly, someone call
Yeah,
me.
Adam, this is not an original Lisa floppy drive, but it's the one that was put in the one I got, so because it was actually
Every now
upgraded.
and then I get a little bit terrified that you're gonna break in two.
Oh shoot, let me take myself off a big.
Turn around, cheese gear.
You know, I
You can even
feel
do battery
Oh, I've
bombs.
lost it, guys. I'm gone. I've lost it.
What do
I
you
see
mean?
Joe's.
Did you ever have it to begin with?
No, I didn't. No.
All right. Hey, it's a release. It's good. It's good to let it all out.
Yeah.
You had to go and lose it at the Astor.
All right, so now Joe, let me ask something here. I thought that the Lisa through software you could run Apple II stuff on it.
The Lisa.
Well, sorry, not the Lisa, the actually Apple III. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. So the Apple III is effectively an Apple II with a whole bunch of like an Apple II Plus with a whole bunch of junk added to it,
Mm-hmm.
but with some extra more stuff added to it to make it intentionally not be able to fully emulate an Apple II Plus. So it only kind of works. It
Uh-huh.
will not run Apple IIe software. It only has 48K of emulated RAM and all that. So if you have really old Apple II software, like Apple II
Mhm.
Plus 48K software, it runs fine. If you want to do anything new, if you want to do double high-res graphics, anything like that, the Apple III can't do it.
Okay.
Except with these two cards that I have cloned. With these two cards, it fully emulates an Apple IIe.
Two
with
cards.
128K RAM.
Two cards.
Yes, there's two cards in here.
Okay.
The only problem that it has is that you can either use applications that have single high-res graphics or double high-res graphics. And if you switch between the two, you have to change one little setting when you boot up to the special emulation floppy disk. Other than that, it just kind of works.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So it has a joystick port for the Apple II joystick. It has pass-through emulation to the Apple III comms port, so you can emulate modems and printers. It's got all that. So it's really cool. So basically, it takes your Apple III and makes it all of the Apple II series machines at once.
That's pretty awesome.
I see somebody has his hand raised.
Yes. Question. How much is it, and where can I find one eventually?
Okay, how much is it? I don't know what my parts cost is yet because I literally just this evening did final confirmation testing that my clone works. I'm going to estimate it in the $250 range, only because it's like 87 chips. It's insane.
Wow.
Can you write my name down on the list for one?
Yes.
Let's get on the
If you
list
watch
now.
the Apple III enthusiast group on Facebook, I'm going to make a post there primarily
I don't.
because that's where all the Apple III crazies hang out. I love the Apple III crazies.
six
If you're
of them.
watching. And I'll make a post there. And I'll just have lots. if I get enough interest. I'll probably have enough interest for a run of like 25 if I had to guess.
And are you assembling them, or are you going to have them done?
I think I'm going to see if I can get these quoted to be assembled, because these are going to take freaking ever to build.
Yeah.
Might be worth it.
No. It's insane. So, and I think that I have enough experience now with doing pre-assembly through GLPC PCB with Blue SCSI to be able to manage that process.
Awesome.
So we'll see.
I don't know if it's a video you'd be interested in doing, but I would love to see a video of like a start to finish, getting it designed and then sending it off to be printed and then getting it back and doing the
how the process works.
yeah.
So,
Really
in a way, my next video after Margintosh, in theory, it's been my next video for 3 years, is going to be the process of cloning boards. And I've been putting off getting this done because I wanted to make that video, but then realized I never got around to making the video, so I just did it. So it's kind of sort of related, if that makes sense, the whole cloning process. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like making videos anymore, so I like hanging out on streams and like playing with old hardware. But that's
I'm
just
kind of with you on that. It takes so much time to make videos.
yeah, I know. That's the main thing right there. Is that like you can be a full-time video producer on this content, but you got to sit down, find a topic, write a script, get all your ducks in a row, record everything, screw up 6 times, re-record it 12 times,
Too much work.
edit it, have the application crash, edit it again, and then you get 600 views.
and then realize you're one of like 800 videos that have already done this on YouTube.
Yeah.
Wasn't there before you started?
Well, it's not
Yeah,
even that. We have a very niche market here. So like I could be literally the only person on YouTube that's done a video about this card. I probably would be. Nobody will watch it. Except us. And
I
in
doubt
that
a lot
case,
of
I can
people
just be on
probably
the stream and
search for
tell you
that.
how I did it, and then
I feel like that'd be like Hackaday worthy, and they probably do a little article on it
yeah.
because
I would definitely be interested to see how you replicate a card.
yeah,
Although I probably will never do it because I don't have the time for it, even though I'm actually retired.
It's-
I just don't have the time.
I can actually sum it up really easy. Kai Robinson on the Tinker Different status update stream basically in about 45 seconds said the entire process, and it's the same process I use. You identify a board, you take an inventory of all of the components on the board, their locations, their values, all of that stuff. You get all of that documented. Then you strip the board clean and bare. You scan the board, both sides, in a flatbed scanner at 1200 DPI, and then you import them into a CAD program. I use Sprint Layout, so does Kai Robinson, so do most people who do board cloning, because the function is built in to add the image as a background layer, and then you just draw over the traces
okay.
with the trace tool. You plop the component vias and stuff, and all and the through hole connection vias with those tools. You give it like 6 passes over, and then you export the Gerbers and drill files, ship them out to JLC PCB or PCBWay or whoever you want to have it. You get it back, you build it, you realize you screwed up, you double check it, you fix your errors, you send it back out again. You do that about 8 or 9 times, or in my case, 172. No, I'm kidding. It's usually you get it in the first try.
Yeah.
You do it like once or sometimes twice. Like this board set, the board that's in here actually has bodges on the back of it because there were like 3 traces that just missed. Fixed that and it worked. And you send it out and that's it. And then after you've done that, then you've got to do the whole costing process. You got to take that bill of materials you created and be like, okay, if I make a run of X number of boards, the boards and shipping are going to cost this. The sockets cost this. These chips cost this. The labor, the resistors. You do it and you just create a spreadsheet and figure out your costs. And you multiply it by some factor of whatever profit margin you want to do, and you throw it on the internet.
Right.
Or if you're like Kai and you're really, really, really awesome, you just put it on GitHub and say, "Here, download the Gerber file, make it yourself," because I'm not going through the process.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. So
That's pretty awesome.
So you cloned it, but for example, if something on the board was bespoke or doesn't exist anymore, Like, I'm
Yes.
assuming that adds to the complexity of it because then you got to do like an SOC or some amalgamation.
Yes. So, for example, these are custom GAL chips
Okay.
for this board. I am very lucky because this board has been heavily researched in the past. Props to Bob Justice. He's an old school Apple II, Apple III guy from a billion years ago. He's still around. Hi, Bob, if you're watching. But he went through the whole process of working with someone else to actually extract the data from these GAL chips. GALs are typically, or these are actually PALs. They're not. You usually can't dump them. They're kind of like ROM chips a little bit. They're just custom logic chips, and usually a company like Titan, who made these cards, when they ship something out with custom ROMs like that, they'll blow the security fuse, which means you can't just read the fuse bits back out to reprogram it into something else. You have to exhaustively check all of the possibilities and then like somehow get this list of possibilities into a fuse list. And that's back in the day, that was done manually. Back when they made these, somebody sat down for hours and hours and hours and manually redid that. There are tools now that you can throw the GAL or the PAL in a tool and it'll exhaustively check it, but it'll do the combinatorial math for you and just spit out a file.
That's awesome.
In the case of some of these though, like say, if a product is later in its life or somebody just screwed up at the factory one day when they were programming them, they'll send these GAL chips out and they won't have the security fuse blown. So you just put it in your reader and you dump it. And it'll just work, right? And so these have already been dumped. And the upside is, even though these chips are from 1986, the modern Atmel ATF series GALs, the GAL 16V8, whatever, one GAL will replace all 4 different variants of this chip that's on this.
Wow.
There's a program you use. You take the original equation file, you pass it through there, and it converts it to the modern format. You just stick it in the program and dump it, shove it in the machine, and it works. So that's kind of a process you would use. And most of these from that era are going to use PALs or GALs because that was the technology available at the time.
And isn't that what Bowl did for the five video chips on the SE30?
That's a little bit different because yes, the video chips, yes, because those would be you're exactly right. Those are GALs, and you would have to use a process to do the things.
I actually programmed my own. I found some that were bad, and I have the blank chips.
Yep. So if you get, and they're like ATF 22Vs or ATF 16Vs or whatever they are. Yeah. And you throw the code at it, and it's like, okay, that new generic type emulates literally all of the old ones, so it's fine.
This one is GAL 16V8D.
Yep. Now, some chips are fully custom. For example,
and I have a bunch of them here.
Yeah, like the BBU chip on the SE30. That's literally custom silicon. How do you reverse engineer that? You have to be way smarter than me, right?
Well, like the VIC chip in a Commodore.
Like the VIC is completely custom. The SID chip is completely custom. Yeah. The PLA chip in the Commodore, the SALT chip in the Coco 2, just all of these specialized chips. And if you can get, I will say, if you have an electrical engineering degree, it's a lot easier for you. Or if you've been taught to have like 25 years of doing this kind of messing around with electronics, is a lot easier. Someone like me who's been doing it for 3 or 4 years, it would take me another 20 years to figure it out. But basically, if you've got the schematic for the board that shows what the signals are and where things go, and a scope, you can, in theory, put the machine into certain states, figure out what things were equal to what, and then you can use like a Xilinx, an FPGA, or CPLD to replace those custom chips.
They've done that with the VIC in this Commodore 64. You can get a replacement.
Oh yeah, VIC-2's been done. The SID was one of the first types of those projects that was done because all hail the mighty SID chip.
Yeah.
The world's first fully integrated electronic synthesizer. Go Bob Yans. Yes, the SID chip kicks ass.
With a high mortality rate.
Yeah.
Well,
And
you can
90%
thank
of the time, that
Mostec for
mortality
that.
rate is the fault of the freaking power supply. But
Right.
That's right.
so yeah, some chips you can reverse engineer if they're if they're off the shelf but custom. For example, the keyboard encoders for the Apple II and the Apple III, I reverse engineer those using the data sheet. I'm like, it does this in this order, in this way. It's in the data sheet. It tells you exactly how it functions. So I just programmed a microcontroller to approximate the same thing, and none of the computers I put it in seem to know the difference. It's like, okay, it's not a processor, it's the keyboard controller, and it works.
And
So-
where would one find such a device if one needed to replace their keyboard controller in their Apple II?
JCM-1.
There's this website called jcm-1.com that sells the JCM Universal Keyboard Encoder that works in the Apple II, the Apple II Plus, the Apple IIe, the Apple IIc, the Apple IIc Plus, the Apple III, and the Apple III Plus all together. And if you happen to be building your own 8-bit microcomputer, designing your own little kit, and you want to design your own keyboard because you're insane like me, you can use my keyboard encoder and use the data sheet, the original AY5 3600 Pro data sheet, with my encoder, and it'll work exactly the same.
There you go.
Wow.
And
Anyway,
it's been seen on some amazing channels such as yours and
Such as
Ace
Joe's
Black's.
Computer Museum and like 5 other ones. Yeah.
Well, actually, if you'll give me a moment, we can see it on another one because I've got one sitting here right beside me, and
I mean,
then we can say you've seen it on KMac Vintage.
yeah. And to come full circle, I originally designed that keyboard encoder because of my Apple IIe or my Apple III that had a bad keyboard encoder. And I'm like, I am not going to steal a good encoder from a good 2E, or I keep saying 2E, from a good 3 to fix my 3. I'm going to reverse engineer it because if the chip is working, it deserves to stay in the Apple III it came with. It
Yep.
deserves to be in its home.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey guys, I'm gonna get ready and drop off. I just want
Stop
to say
preparing to go to Lightspeed and just go to Lightspeed.
We're on a plan.
I'm out.
I actually
Have a
need
great
to-
night, everybody.
Have a good
here you
night.
go. Now you've seen it on KMac Vintage.
Hey, there it is.
There it is.
What is it?
That is the keyboard. That's a JCM-1 keyboard encoder.
Oh, yes.
There you have it.
There you go.
Yeah, I have a few of those laying around here somewhere. I have them.
This
Don't
is a-
worry. No working Apple IIc logic boards died to allow me to keep this in the anti-static bag. It's because I thought I was outsmarting myself by putting one of those turned pin sockets in my Apple IIc, and then I get this and I try to put it in and it won't go. And Joe's like, "Yeah, that was designed for the original dual
It's
white
designed-
socket."
Yeah, it won't fit turn.
So,
Trina
and then
is-
and
Trina's
then
leaving.
Jeremy told me, "Well, you can take the keyboard encoder off my 2C board because it doesn't work." And I pulled that one off and put it in mine, and that keyboard encoder worked, even though his 2C board is
And
interestingly challenged. I'll put it that way.
actually, thanks to some input from Justin and it not fitting in turn pins, and from some other sellers, I now offer a 40-pin socket with the encoder. You just got to tick the check mark, and I'll send you a socket with it. There's some machines where the chip is not socketed, and because of the way I make the chip, if you try to solder it in place, the pins might fall out of the encoder because they're kind of soldered into the encoder to fit the height requirements.
Oh,
of
yeah.
the machines they fit in. So yeah,
So,
Yep.
Justin, have you figured out what caps you need?
did you say cats like meow?
Yes, but both, really.
Okay.
It takes a long time to identify caps, especially when you're leaving them on the board because there's no
Oh, yeah.
recapping guide for your power supply.
Yes.
I mean,
You
there is
also
no
making recapping guide?
I probably will end up making one, but not tonight. I just need to see what caps I need to order so I can order them. Because I'm waiting to see if Console 5 will get back to me again. Because I emailed them asking if they had a cap list because they've been out of stock of the cap kit. And then Luke replied back, That I don't think we've got that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go. Yes, he sent me the cap list. He's
there you
like, dope. That's what I get for working late and searching the wrong place.
Console
so he's gonna-
5 are good guys.
Yeah, so he's going to update his wiki, but I now have the values of the caps. So
Now,
now all
whatever
I
you
need
do, don't tell Console 5 to start stocking Apple III cap kits because I'm the only one who has those right now.
well,
Stares at
Joe,
the big box of caps underneath here.
Well, Joe, you don't have to worry there because at the moment I can count the number of Apple IIIs I own on 0 hands.
And you and everyone else.
You will be one of the first to figure out I have an Apple III because I'm on your Discord. Benefits of supporting Joe on Patreon.
Yeah.
And of course, I know you've got cap kits, so I'd order one from you.
Yes.
So no worries there, Joe.
Why did JLC PCB send me a random refund? I mean, I'll take it.
It's a scam.
Actually, probably the same reason that they've got 3 line items in my component order marked for pending refund. The components they charged you for probably cost less than they charged you
Yeah,
for.
no, but like I haven't. The last time I placed a bulk order with them was like 4 weeks ago, so I don't know what this refund is for.
Oh, well, it could be they held your money for 4 weeks to make sure you didn't do a charge back. I don't know.
Parts order history.
Adam is back.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Adam.
Hi, Adam.
Hi.
You get your phone charged up, Adam?
C2.
Yeah, I found my emergency battery pack, and to my shock, I remembered to charge it. So now I'm charging from my battery pack.
Oh,
So, and I was talking to Ron offline, and I just donated to the Tony Diaz Kansas Fest thingy.
Yes.
You guys aren't aware of that?
Yes, do it.
Share that in the maybe someone can share that in the comments.
Yep, I'm pulling
And
it
when
up.
I sell that Bell and Howell that I bought, that apparently was one of his former machines, I'm gonna also take a big chunk of that and I'm gonna redonate it to that cause too, because I think everybody should try to get that Apple II stuff back into circulation and back into the community, because we don't want a bunch of sniper polka dots type idiots
Yeah.
taking that. So I'm going to try to help.
There you go. Joe's got the link on the screen there.
Hold on, let me make Joe bigger.
GoFundMe /6 Baker Echo Charlie 99 Charlie 7. Yep. And that is the Help Kansas Fest Rescue Tony's Apple II. Hey, there's Adam's donation. Yay.
Maybe somebody can put that link in the chat.
Yeah, so I was thinking, but Trina was the admin. I don't know.
Yeah, but Trina's gone, so
Yeah.
I would have to go to. Hold on here. Give me a second.
So, Joe, what do you want that Apple II SCSI card for?
Hey, you guys, if what I'm going to try to do is with all of my stuff, because I do have a significant number of things, I'm going to talk to some of you and see if we can figure out what to do with my warehouse full of crap at some point. And so when my wife was like, oh no, Adam's dead, someone will know. And she's actually said, like, what do I do with all this junk? Well, I don't want
outlive me, so
I don't want some rando going up and be like, I'll give you $12 for that.
No.
I've been making a spreadsheet of what stuff is and what it is, and we need to make sure that these things get redistributed back to people who like them.
Joe, I made you mod so you can put that link in.
Ooh! I have the power I'm gonna ban everyone.
By the power of
Retro
grace.
Techie, that's the only one we got to ban.
Oh, love you, Retro
Wait,
Techie.
Will, am I a mod on your channel? I don't even know.
No, I don't. I only got like 2 or 3 people set as mods right now.
I don't have
Okay.
to be.
There you go. It's in the.
I don't want to be a mod. You know why I don't want to be a mod? It's because when I block people, I don't want to see them. And if I'm a mod, I see them. So stop it.
Oh, there you go. Googly eyes.
Joe.
Make it go make me go away. I don't need to be
Joe-
on the screen anymore.
Oh,
Joe's
sorry.
gone to plaid. Ish holographic.
Well, guys, it's 11:30 here, so I'm gonna.
All right, Ryan. Oh, did you send me that email, Ryan, of the video?
What's that?
Did you send me that email?
I will send you it shortly.
Okay.
Did you,
all right. Thank you.
All right,
Get
cool.
that thing I
Cheers.
sent you?
And did I win that bid?
No. Yes.
Well, this is
Yes, I did. Huh. I won a 2 SI Logic board for actually $10.
Dude. Now the next question is,
all right.
does it work?
Did you guys see the ugly two C's that looked like they were in mud? I won that auction. $137 for 2 disgusting 2 C's.
Yep, they'll work. I'll come in, turn them on, they'll work.
I'm gonna retrobite that crap.
This thing that was so actually slow moving is now working very well.
Yeah, I heard someone say Scuzzy, and yeah, I just looked at the picture of that Scuzzy card that was in that lot. It definitely is the CMS Scuzzy card, so nothing special there.
Hey, Justin, will you share a photo of that on Discord somewhere?
Yeah, I will. Yep, I'll put it on Joe's Discord probably.
All help is not lost. It's just odd compared to the Apple stuff.
Okay.
The best Scuzzy card well, not best, but the one I would hope for people is the GG Labs one, which is a clone of the 2C, or the Rev C Apple II card, and they went to the trouble to when they cloned it to say like, nah, we're just gonna add on term power, and that card is awesome because you just plug a Blue Scuzzy in and it just works.
Sorry.
Yeah, but
My
there's
settings
the
all over the place.
that was the picture that really caught my eye though. That second one from the left.
Well, it's hard. Yes.
Yeah, that's the Lyron card. That was the
That's
Lyron
the
card
one.
hiding amongst all the Disc 2 controllers. And
That was the one where or Adrian was like,
yeah,
I'm just gonna plug random crap into this and see what blows up. I'm like, stop!
oh, well, that's Joe. You were saying you had a refund from JLC PCB.
Yes.
Guess what?
You do.
I just received 3 refunds from them.
Yay. Yep, they're like, we're gonna quote you this price. Oh wait, the spot price is lower.
Yeah, I just got a refund for $4.65, and then for $2, and then for $2.27.
My favorite thing at JLC PCB is when you purchase things like a spool of 20,000 resistors and it costs $4.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, here, have all of them. How many? All of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I
Because we're not charging you. Basically,
I'm
like
wondering
it
if
costs
they have
more
my
money, even at Chinese rates, to like go to the factory and get the spool than what they're charging me for the product itself. But anyway, sorry, I keep talking.
I often wonder how in the world they can afford to store those parts. Because
Well,
that theoretically means they have spools upon spools upon spools of resistors.
I just
Help
did a
for all of
500.
us.
I just did a $500 order to out.
I mean,
Hey,
when you're a
Joe.
huge manufacturer, you're just going to have a warehouse like the size of one of Amazon's warehouses, full of everything.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Adam.
I asked you when you have your next run to build me Blue Scuzzy,
You're on my list.
can you send me an invoice so I can give you money?
Yeah. One thing at a time. I had to get this done first.
Okay. I sold an Apple II, and
Oh.
there's lots and lots and lots of money in my PayPal account.
So you're like, if you did get this done now, I will give you some of that money.
My favorite thing though is when I have a balance in PayPal. When I send somebody, I send some money to Joel Crane, Potato Fi,
Potato Fi.
and I can send it as friends and family. But if I actually have a PayPal balance, it doesn't charge anybody anything. Like there's no fee.
Because in theory, you've already paid the fee to get the money into PayPal.
Right.
That's how
But
they.
some nice person sent me like $1,700 for an Apple II.
Wow.
And it's just sitting in my account, which is great. Because when I want to spend money on friends like you guys, I can send it friends and family, and I don't have to pay the fees, and you don't have to pay the fees.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Well, I can send you my PayPal ID. You can always transfer some over.
No, Will. You're not allowed to make money because you live in the Cayman Islands. And the only reason you live in the Cayman Islands is because you already made all the money.
Oh,
International transfers.
Chris.
it just
Chris
means
was
having some
generous.
very good investments that
Hey,
take
wait.
care of me.
I recognize those.
They made it. Okay. So one of them, I just sent them both to you, Joe, just so you have them. One of them is a little bit. I think the blue one's got some
It's a
funk
little
going
sticky.
on.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
need to clean up.
But that one would roll up and down, but not side to side. At least on my mouse pad.
Yeah, it just needs cleaned up.
Yeah,
Hey.
I figured you could make it work. So
Hey, Retrocheck Chris,
yes.
I need your help with a PC thing. I have a Pentium 3 with some open ISA slots.
All right. Yeah.
Can you help me find the correct audio card
Yeah.
for playing some DOS games on that thing?
I would go with. This is just my preference. I typically put in Sound Blaster AWE 64 values, and yeah, we can find that for you.
I mean, I've got some PCI cards, and everybody's like, "No, that's the wrong thing. You need to
Yeah.
have."
You want an ISA card. You don't want a PCI card.
So if I wanted to replicate some LGR fun, I
Huh.
need an ISA card, right?
Yeah. He might have done things a little fancier than I do. I tend to just put in Sound Blaster 64s, AWE 64s, but if you wanted to do like Roland and all that fancy stuff, you might be looking at something else.
I don't know about MIDI. I just want to play some old DOS games.
I would say I think an AWE 64 would be perfect.
No.
All right.
Yeah. And I don't buy the gold ones because they're more expensive. Just the value ones seem to be decent.
I might ping you when I'm looking at some stuff to figure it out.
You know where to find me.
I'm not a PC guy, but I'm like, well, I have 48 of these Apple IIs. Maybe I should try to build one old computer that is from the Steve Jobs Welcome.exe.
Hey, you might as well. You know me. I'm a PC guy with one Naboo. Otherwise, yeah.
I got two Naboo's.
We
I had
need to
to-
ship, Chris. We need
I
to
had to go
ship you
double.
like 20 old Macs.
Well, yeah. Maybe at some point. Yeah. Only Mac in this house is an M1 so far, and that's not really retro. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, Adam. I'm more than happy to offer what
Yeah,
I
no,
can.
I like to like spread out to another platform.
Yeah.
And like I got a TI-99, I got an Atari 800, I got that Pentium 3 box, but I don't know where I'm going with it because I mean most of the PC stuff I do is way newer, like Windows XP and newer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a lot of choices. What I tend to do on my systems is dual boot or sometimes triple boot them. And some people think that's ridiculous, but that's what I like to do. So I'll have DOS on my systems. I'll have Windows 95. My Pentium Pro system has like 6 operating systems on it.
Pentium
NT.
Pro.
Yeah. Oh, I love that machine. Bought it for $15 at a VCF swap meet. It had a blown fuse for the PS2 keyboard, and it needed a real-time clock, and that was it. But the person, I guess they didn't know that you could replace the fuse for the keyboard, and that machine works great.
Yes.
So, but yeah, Windows 2000, Windows XP. I tend to avoid Millennium.
Chris, are you going to be at VCF East?
I will be at VCF East. I will be exhibiting at VCF East. So,
I'm going to do everything I can in my power to show up there
yeah.
just to hang out with all you cool guys.
I hope you make it. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
I am
I
also
hope they
trying
don't sell out tickets though, because they keep adding all these YouTubers, and I'm like, oh, they're gonna blow it out with David Murray's and the whatever. I'm like,
There's some good panels though. You've got Sean's on one of the panels. You've got Steve's on one of the panels. I think you got Mike is on one of the panels. Fran is on one of the panels.
Right, but by the time I'm able to say okay, go on the tickets,
Yeah.
I'm worried that locals will be like, oh, I gotta go see the 8-bit guy or whatever.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. My advice would be if you want to go and you haven't. Oh, you're right. You've got to do plane tickets. Right.
I think I might just buy a day pass just for one day.
Yeah.
Even if I can't show up, just to
Yeah.
make sure I have a way in.
That's not a bad idea.
Hey, Adam.
Yes.
I made your order for your V2 as requested. You have to log into the website and pay for it.
I'm trying everything I can to be able to make it to VCF East as well, and I actually already bought tickets just to make sure that wasn't the holdup.
All right.
Joe, did you send me an invoice or?
No, it's just if you log into the website with your account, log in as your account and go to your account page, there'll be a pending order in there, and you can just click on it and pay it that way.
I'm using my phone to stream, so as soon as we're done here, I will.
No rush. It's not going to go out until Saturday anyway, so take your time.
Yay! I want one to put in the front bay of my 9600.
Justin, I hope you can make VCF East. It'll be a lot of fun. I'll even drive you there.
Yeah. If I do make it to VCF East, though, I'm probably gonna have some things for the consignment area.
All right, that's fine. We'll take my van. I think we've graduated from the car at this point. I think it's.
I was just thinking if I can't fly into VCF East, maybe I'll drive over there and I'll bring like a whole Volkswagen's worth of monitors and garbage that I don't want. Hey, does anyone want an Apple IIe? I only have 40 of them.
Yeah.
I'd rather sell my stuff online though, because the guys at VCF East know what an Apple II is really worth. But no,
I hear you.
Well, maybe you have some that just aren't worth selling online for various reasons, and maybe those are the ones to take.
Somebody dropped.
Joe.
Uh-oh.
It was like, pay me my money, and he's out.
That's funny.
Oh, One Bit Fever Dreams just said Pico Gus. Yeah.
Or Ohio just went offline.
Yeah.
No, Joe clicked the X on the wrong browser.
Joe. Hey, Joe. I was in a conference call today. I was actually in person in corporate, and somebody said, "Turn the volume up on this." We have this whole super fancy Cisco, like whatever thing, and the guy picks up the little tablet thingamajig, and his first inclination was to push the big red X button. I'm like, no, that's the kill the. What are you doing?
How old was this person?
This is a 47-year-old human male who lives in Tennessee, who is in charge of me now. He's my new boss because my old boss got promoted, and we deploy hardware to the entire country. And his first inclination was push the big red button. Like, and my old boss was in the meeting, and he's like, "How did you get promoted?" He was gonna kill the whole everybody was remote. Dude, stop.
Oh yeah.
Hey Joe, we have a job opening. Do you want to move to Nashville and image machines all day?
No.
No.
That sounds
Good.
fun.
That's the best. That's the best answer. You could get paid like $80,000 a year
Yeah.
to sit in a basement and image things.
Combine those two together, and that sounds actually like a really good job for me. But Nashville, no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no.
Well,
Been
the
there
best
once.
part though
not
is
back.
that there's no cell phone signal in there because it's in the basement, so you cut off.
Cut off from the world.
That's why you get your own little femto cell, and you create your own little VPN to home using port 80, so they can't block it.
Wow.
And
No, we'll block it. We'll block anything you want.
Yeah, I think I now know why they do that in the basement. So, to make sure the person imaging systems is doing their work.
This is what we've gone through, like 6 contractors in the last 6 months because they all go insane.
That as well. Yes. Now I see why you're looking for another person to do it, because they went insane from the onerous
yes,
restrictions on their job.
I mean,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No.
the Hatbox. This is a story of a girl who cried a river and drowned the whole world.
Ooh.
Chip
It's a chip.
ATF22V10C. Okay, I can program those.
Let's see here.
So, if any of you have seen Mac Effects giveaway,
Mac Effects has a giveaway.
that's what he's giving away. This one that I'm actually holding right here.
Wait a minute. Did he finally announce those?
Yes. Yes.
So I can actually reveal what my mystery upgrade card is. Yes.
Nice.
Hey, Justin, I don't
Yeah.
know if that was ever really a secret, but okay. It was
Well-
more fun to watch you be like, "Oh no!"
22
Well,
V10.
I was going off their website and they never announced them on their website. But yeah, it was fun. But the gig
I need
What
to
I
test
want,
it.
what I want is for Joe to duplicate the Apple II video overlay card.
All that requires is time, money, and when are you shipping me a card?
There's like 3 custom chips on there that they haven't made since 1992. And yeah, good luck. But I found the. I think you might have saw it. It was the, like the prototype for it,
Oh yeah, that
And-
big chunker. Yeah,
and the board is bigger than the entire Apple II.
yeah.
But it was all done in 74 discrete logic.
Yep, absolutely.
I bet you can clone that, but I do not have that card. I only have a picture of it.
Yeah. If I had that, it could definitely be cloned, because a lot of that, it would still be bigger than the original, than the final, but
Yeah.
you can use a whole bunch of those to clone all that discrete logic.
But
You get, like, 10
I want
1074
Apple II cards
sources.
that just pop out of the top of the Apple II by like a foot. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just like, it's like, here's your Apple II card.
Well, it's like the original Macintosh board that was like the size of like a Quadra 950 board.
Now it's gonna get good in here. Watch.
What's
Who's
up,
this?
Will? Oh no! Ron's showing his
Ron's
Patreon.
computer videos.
I don't know this Ron person, but you should send him to OnlyFans.
Oh, I don't know why it was doing that. Actually, I was editing something. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Hi, Ron.
Yep.
Okay.
From
Hey, how's it
Ron's
going?
computer videos.
I know. Hey, I was editing something and I was throwing that on the end of my thing, and OBS was just like, "Nope, I'm in a loop. I'm just gonna show that." Sorry.
Hey, Ron.
Throwing that on the
we
end
we,
of your
we don't
thing.
want to see the end of your thing. Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. I don't blame you. I mean I gotta look at it every day.
Yeah. Welcome
Yeah.
to
Posit that was-
welcome to here. Wherever
I would
this is.
posit that if you're very careful, no, you don't have to look at it every day. But
It's true.
I digress.
You just gotta be careful. You just avert your eyes.
I don't know. Joe's just like hopping around.
That's Joe though. Joe is very full of energy at all times.
No, I was at a meeting this morning, and my client said, "Wow, you're just always so full of energy. That's just how we know you." I'm like, "You don't know my sleep schedule. You
It's
really don't."
it's Joe sleeps 2 hours a night, and on the bedside table there's like one of those little hummingbird feeders. So he'll like at the middle of the night he'll just go over and kind of and then go back to sleep.
Ron, you're the best.
Hey, you want to see this cool adapter that was included with this Mac I bought recently for I have no idea what reason?
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's a DB15.
I know.
All right.
It's like,
Is it
yeah,
is it a coupler?
yes,
Yeah,
it's a DB15
yeah, it's a coupler.
male to DB15 male,
DB15
and I'm
male.
like,
So you can like
so you can have an unobtainium DB19 like female or DB15 female cable that doesn't exist.
Well,
So I have-
yeah.
There wasn't a monitor hooked up to it, so I have absolutely no idea why this was included, but it just was.
Oh yeah,
Good
Chris, if you
experience.
do make it back to LNY Electronics, Joe reminded me with his modem sounds. If that Commodore modem is still there, send me a text message. I
All
might
right.
have you negotiate for it. As worthless as it is at 300 baud, but hey, modem sounds.
Well, Susie really wanted you to have that. She kept trying to sell that to
I
you.
know she kept
Yeah.
trying to sell me, and it was our first stop of the day, and I
Yeah.
didn't want to spend all my money at the first stop of the day. And
Yeah.
I get home and I'm thinking, maybe I should have got that.
I was actually in that area yesterday. I drove past Woodbridge because I'm an idiot to go to National Harbor, and yeah, I guess I could have stopped in. But anyway, we'll.
Well, maybe because I know you were going to be back in that direction
yeah.
in a
Yeah,
couple
Rick.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you all that's fine. I don't. It's not like I need it for a video in the next 2 days. Yeah.
All right.
Hint, hint.
Good.
Oh, I got plenty of other stuff for videos in the next 2 days. Like-
You picked up a few things while you were in the area.
Yeah, I'm actually going to have to borrow a 1541 from a coworker to measure the felt pad on the floppy mechanism because the felt pad and the floppy mechanism of the 1541 I got
Yeah.
is missing.
Odd.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
Justin, that
yeah.
1541 mechanism is just a standard run of the mill whatever. It's not like it's stuck to a Commodore standard or whatever. There's a whole bunch of Apple II drives that are also the same TX garbage, whatever. It's just find a single side 5 1/4 and just pull the felt off that. It's not specific to Commodore.
Okay, yeah, I was trying to find one that had the new Sonics mechanism because that's what this one is. But
Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh wait.
Chili
know-
dogs.
now that you mention that, I
All
might
right.
actually.
No one will ever know.
There's a striking resemblance to these tandem mechanisms I have.
Well,
Okay, I
Wait,
think I now
wait.
know.
when the people who invented the 5 1/4 inch floppy drive, you know, the original people, right?
Sugar.
Yeah,
They,
Sure.
everybody just copied them. So the fact that like, oh look, this almost fits, or it looks close, or it's nice. The reason is because they all copied the original, and back
Yeah,
then, Sugar was like, oh, I guess that's fine.
Yeah, because
Right?
I think that on the Apple II, you can take that board that's behind the drive for the stepper motor and that, and put that into a Commodore, and it will work.
No, you can
Yeah.
because the reason is that
They're the
backboard,
same.
the speed board, like the board that has the speed adjustment.
Yeah, they're the same.
When Steve Wozniak said like, "Hey, send us over this thing," and they were like, "Okay, here," and he took off the top board, off the controller shit or whatever, but all the rest of it is just a standard Shugart boring thing. And it's the same drive that's in like a TRS-80 or a Commodore or a Atari or whatever, because they all said, "Hey, Shugart, leave that board there."
Hey,
And that's also the
Shugart,
same board
leave
that-
that board alone.
yeah.
That's
Hey,
Joe's
Ron.
there.
Yeah,
I love you.
I love you too.
I feel
Yeah.
a lot of love in the room right now. A lot of love.
Hey, Adam, isn't it also sort of true that like Apple was like, "Hey, just send us all your defective drives," because they knew that it was that analog board or whatever on top that they weren't going to use anyway. So they were like,
Right.
"Just send us all your drives, and we'll fix them up and make them work."
Yeah, Steve Wozniak was like, "I don't need all this logic that you built in lab with the 48 chips. Just send it in.
Mm-hmm.
Bring them in. Bring them in." And he's like, "I could build that with 8 chips. And as long as you don't hook the connector, one connector off, your LS125 won't explode."
Yeah.
But, you know, Steve Wozniak is a genius. Steve Jobs is not a genius. Steve Jobs is like, "Hey, look, I can make money doing these things." Steve Wozniak, his brain would, you know, like when you cost reduce stuff down to like the lowest number of chips, his brain just did that automatically. Steve Wozniak is awesome, and he is one of the reasons why we are all sitting here today talking about this, because he's not MOS, he's not Intel, he was not HP. He was like, "Hey, look, I can do this with 4 chips and like 3 pieces of software." The guy's awesome.
Mm-hmm. I like the whole thing where he was like, "You know, we designed this computer and all, or I designed this computer and all this type of stuff. I did some of it using stuff from work. Maybe I need to ask HP if they care about this at all." And HP was just like, "There's no market for this. Whatever. Just
The home computer
go
market
home,
is,
go home,
is
crazy
nobody.
person." Yeah,
Yeah, get out of here. Why are
It
you
could've
wasting our
been-
time with this nonsense?
yeah, I know.
Oh, by the way, I invented Pong and Breakout. Oh, get out of here. Go to Atari.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the funny thing too. He invented Breakout for Atari, and it was so well designed, so well engineered, they couldn't figure out how to build it. So they made their own version of it that was way more complex, and it didn't need to be.
yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. That was straightforward.
Yeah, but that's like when Steve Jobs went over to Xerox PARC, and they're like, "Hey, look at this! We got like portrait monitor with WYSIWYG printout, whatever. We don't know what to do with this. What do you think?" I don't know. Can I give you $5 so we can license that? And then Lisa came out, and then of course all of the future news was Steve Jobs steals Xerox's idea to make the Mac. Like, no. That's, are you dumb? Like, they didn't know what to do with their own invention.
Pretty much.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that the guys that worked at Xerox PARC who came up with that, and by the way, a lot of people don't talk about that. It's the same people who invented stuff like, let's use the Xerox copy machine engine that we've designed to make a printer. Nah, let's just sell that over to HP so they can sell it as a laser printer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
The CX engine. Although I will tell you, back in the day, I worked for a company that did printer repair and toner remanufacturing, and any time somebody called in and said, "Yeah, we got a Canon CX engine printer, or we have like a CX copier," well, specifically a CX copier, and then later the HP clone of the Canon engine printer and all that type of stuff. It was like, I was like, no. We need 2 people to go pick this damn thing up. It is just so heavy. It was not a lot of fun, but it's really cool if you pull it apart and you pull the formatter board off the top. It's like you can see. Didn't somebody posted about this the other day, that there's just like a cable that just like connects the print or the copier to the analog board or the formatter board for the printer.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
just like a
both
big
HP
snaky. Yeah.
Both HP and Apple just took the bottom end of that thing and turned it into a laser printer.
Yeah.
And it was like, here's a $20,000 thing. I remember I had no money for buying a laser printer, but I was at an Apple dealer. And I remember it's Southern California. It's like this little weird building at the bottom of the hill. And I went in there. I wanted to buy a hard drive. And they're like, "Oh, that's a very unusual piece of equipment, sir." And while I was standing there waiting for the guy to bring out my unprecedented 20 megabyte hard drive that I was going to buy, there was 2 guys trying to work on a laser printer, and they're like, "This thing is stupid. It costs like 12 grand, and all it does is print out stuff." And I'm like, I'm trying to ignore these people. "Where's my hard drive?" "Oh, well, the guy dropped it, and now it doesn't work." And I'm like,
Nice.
"Okay, bye. I gotta leave." Well, what are you doing?
Well, I cleaned that floppy drive for that Lisa, so it works now.
Yeah, but that's not a Lisa floppy drive. That's
It's
an
not
800K.
the original. It's not the original 400 or DSG Twiggy. I know, but
It's a fake. It's a fake.
it is the 800.
Yes, I have an 800K ROM for my Lisa and an 800K drive. What's funny is the guy from Vintage Micros, when I bought it like several years ago, he couldn't find a good 800K, so he sent me a 1.44. He's like, well, it'll work just as good. I'm like, that's even more fake.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but at least it's clean and it's lubricated and it works. I tested it and it'll do a 400 and a 800K. So it is good. I do have a bunch of the other 400K ones also. I need a service, but that's a different animal. So
The old Sony 400Ks, those things lock up like nobody's business.
yeah, I know. I
you
have. Let me see. Where are they? They're down here somewhere. I have a whole box full of them.
Do you know that there's a difference on the ROMs on those between the Lisa and the 128? Is that the Lisa does not auto eject, but the Mac 128 and the 512 does. And if you put a Mac 128 512 drive in a Lisa, it won't act right.
I did not know that.
I don't think you can hear me. But
No, we heard you.
no, I mean I don't think Will can hear me.
Will.
No, I can hear you.
I was
Okay.
gonna say he's got wireless.
I'm just digging for those drives. I don't know where I left them. But anyway, I have a couple 400Ks in here. Here they are.
Ready to go back. Ready to return.
Yeah, I
Adam,
have
when
a
do
few
you
of
get
them
back
here.
in town?
Where's the stack bag?
Where is Adam?
No.
Adam, you still there? Oh, looking at the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I'm going outside for a minute.
Is this Logan
What do you
Street?
got? What do you got? I can see you. I'm just gonna mute.
No, it's okay. Yeah, I went and pulled out the two 400s that I had.
Oh. Comcast might be being mean to me right now.
Hello, stickers. Sticker.
Those sons of guns.
I know.
And it's bent.
Well,
Oh yeah, they definitely need some servicing, but they don't even want to drop
Hit it
down.
with a hammer. Smack.
Thing is that the hardware on the Mac 128, early Mac 128, and the Lisa, Lisa 2, is it's the same drive basically. But the thing is, the way the Lisa treats eject versus the Mac is different. So you can use a Lisa drive on a Mac 128 and it'll work. But the thing is that the Lisa treats it differently. It all has to do with the way it auto ejects. Like on a Mac, if you turn it off, like you say, like shut down, and it says, now it's safe to turn off your Mac, you'll end up with a ejected disk. But the Lisa doesn't do that. And Lisa will freak out if you reboot. I mean, it's not the end of the world. But the ROM is different on the Sony 400K drive between a Lisa and a Mac. So if you're gonna swap a 128 Mac, get a Lisa Mac, because I have a Lisa Mac that's rusted to shit, and I still took the ROM from that drive and put it on the Mac 128 drive where I stole it from, so it would act correctly. Because if the Lisa, when you shut it down and it doesn't auto eject, it wigs out, and the Lisa just goes, I don't know, I mean, it's just slightly different stuff because Sony didn't know about auto eject when they first built those early 3.5-inch drives.
Yeah. So Ron,
His entertainment is secure.
your entertainment is secure. So Ron, we have you have a keyboard and a mouse coming with you to you from actually Frodo from
Yeah.
Frodo Jedi.
Yeah, Frank said that he was going to get that in the mail, I guess, tomorrow.
Yeah, together with some other stuff that he's got to send you. He said.
Yeah. That's cool.
So they'll be coming your way. So now it is a complete SC30. I'm happy that we got a keyboard and a mouse.
Yeah.
Yay!
It all worked out.
Awesome.
Do you think this will entertain me the rest of the evening?
No.
What
so.
are you doing? What are you doing, Joe?
I'm popping the bubbles.
Oh,
Joe.
Sorry.
Joe, remove the wall. Remove the wall. That will
Wall?
entertain us.
What wall? This wall all the way back here?
And make
Behind-
that into your
behind-
cube room.
Or that wall?
Cube room.
That would require me to have a cube. Yeah, it's full of next cubes. Jelly yet?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, Joe, I've seen that. It's just like an old living room that nobody uses,
Yeah, it's just full of junk right now.
and there's like an easy access hole, and you can make your Joe museum a bigger museum.
Yeah. It's in my long-term plans. It's in there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of jelly that you have a place near you called JDM Surplus. It's like I should go there.
You should go there.
You know, I was
Yeah,
so
I
surprised.
watched that video, and
I
I'm
was-
like, JDM, that's like Japanese domestic parts.
Right.
I was so
Yeah.
surprised to see Joe put out a short today.
Yes.
That,
I was there. I figured I would do it.
That's what
No,
surprised me the
JDM's
most.
They just have lots of just random stuff there. Like
Hi, I'm Joe. I got some DVI to ADC adapters. Yeah.
last time I went there, these are a whole bunch of 1 megabit, 128 kilobit RAM chips. Surface mount, 128K RAM. That I can just use for whatever project I want. And they just had it there. Like relays, markers. I got a whole bunch of glue sticks for my 3D printer there today. They just have random stuff there.
Oh.
And they always have some Mac thing, like a keyboard or a mouse or a power adapter or something. So if I happen to be in that area, I'll just swing by and be like, oh, what cool thing do they have there? So
My phone just said, "You will now answer to Siri." I'm like, "What? No."
No. Sorry, phone lady. You're going to have to get somebody else.
Like every once in a while, my Apple phone or Apple Watch just is like, "What did you say?" I'm like, "I said nothing. Leave me alone, woman."
Yeah, that's quiet, you.
But the best part was today we were in a conference call, but we were all like in the room because we're all in town. And my friend Jim's phone just is like, "What do you want? Where are you going?" And he has his phone set to some Australian woman's voice,
Yeah.
and the whole meeting stopped. Like, "Jim, the hell was that?" "I don't know."
I used the South African voice, which used to be very passive aggressive. And they have recently changed it where it's less so.
Oh,
Well,
Ron,
you
I
know,
want to ask you, what was with all the bad video? I responded to it with the Arnold thing, What was that?
Ar-
What?
Arnold.
Remember you posted on Twitter.
Oh, Arnold. Oh
And
yeah.
And
Okay,
I put
sorry.
the split head thing.
Right, yeah.
What was that? What?
Okay, all right. So here's the thing. There's a new app for iPhone, and I suppose it would work on an iPad as well. But it's called Garbage Cam. And Kara, Kara, who's programmer lady, she made this thing where it basically exploits the sort of whatever the time dilation is of like the iPhone camera, where you could do effects and stuff just in camera stuff. So it's $1 in the App Store, and she was advertising it. So I went ahead and I picked up a copy and was playing around with it. And I didn't understand what I was doing at first. And then I was thinking about, well, if everything else stays still, you can, because I moved everything and it was like, oh, this is just a jumbled mess. But if you just move one thing in the video, the way that the camera picks up and just focuses on that one part of movement, you can do neat stuff. So that's just what I did.
Yeah, but it was so the way it sliced your photo.
Right.
It just made me think of the Arnold Schwarzenegger Total Recall.
Yeah,
2 weeks.
Exactly.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Get ready for a surprise.
And you liked it, so I guess it
Yeah.
made sense.
No, it made sense to me too, because that's immediately what I thought about. I was like, Adam and I are on the same page.
On porch. Pick up tomorrow. Wolfgang Van Halen has a big announcement tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that.
Neat.
So I walked back into the spot, and they're playing some Madonna in the background here. It's just crazy. You know why? Because I'm in Nashville,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's usually just a bunch of twangy twang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
All right.
I know. Will wandered off.
no, I went to put away those as you drive. I went to put them away. So
That's me, man.
I got so much stuff around here. I don't know which way to turn. And I just checked on my order from actually JLC, and it's on the way to the States. FedEx has it, and it's already left China. So
Is
That's
it
great.
is it easier for you to have stuff shipped to Florida and then to you, or is it? I don't know how it works.
I have a forwarder in actually Miami that if I order stuff from Amazon or from Mauser and so forth, I can ship to them. Okay, and so I use their actually address, and then through the website I can upload my actually invoice and tell them what's coming for me and so forth. And then when they get there, they'll then verify it, and they'll then ask me if I want to send it by plane or by ship, depending on the size and the weight. Then they charge me a small fee for it to come down as actually air cargo. I mean, I've had air cargo as low as $9 all the way up to, I mean, 80 some dollars. So then they will then actually fly it down for me. They'll do all of the customs clearing and processing and everything, and then they'll tell me when it's ready to pick up. So, but yes, I have to pay duty and all that on the stuff coming in, and and I actually have to have an actually invoice.
You said duty.
I was just saying that, Judy.
Duty, tariffs, import tax,
Well,
import
He
tax.
knew what you meant.
Hey, Will, just so you know, you've made friends with lots of people who think it's hilarious to say duty.
Duty. What's the meaning behind it? Why is that so funny?
It's
It means poo.
poop. It means poop.
Yeah.
potty joke.
No,
Poo. Poopy.
poo is actually that is actually doo doo.
It's
Yeah.
like Star Wars fans are like, oh look, he said poodoo.
Right.
You see, so anyway, but so now if I'm going up to Florida, then I'll have stuff sent to the house there, and then I can bring those in if it's small enough and not way too much. I can have up to 2 actually suitcases, 50 weighing actually 50 pounds each, that I can bring in without any problem.
That's cool.
So then a lot of stuff I'll have sent to the house in Florida, and then I'll bring it down with me in my suitcase. But now bigger items I'll box up, and I'll have my friend pick them up from the house and take them to over to the shipping company, and then they'll come down ocean.
Down the ocean.
There was a guy I know who said like big ocean water. It's like it's not regular ocean water, big ocean water.
Right.
All right.
So
I'll be over here being silent for a moment.
So, but it is not cost effective for me to have like Mauser ship something directly to me. It would cost too much in the shipping. I mean, they would $100+ shipping.
Oh yeah.
You see, so like I mean, I sent those boards today over to Italy. I sent the 2 boards and the 3 blue Scuzzies to Italy, and I used actually UPS. And from Cayman, that cost me $120.
That's funny. So I got a package. I was told at home from Italy. I bought a ADB black keyboard, and my wife says, "You got a package from Italy." And like usually, the way it works is a box comes and says fragile, and I'll say it's fragile. It must be Italian. And she says, "You got a box from Italy." I said, "Must be fragile." She's like, "Shut up. Stop buying crap."
So yeah, so I sent them to Italy, and I mean, actually that Logic board, I shipped it out UPS, I think on Thursday or Friday over to Ron, and he got it today. So I mean, it wasn't too bad. I mean, but yes, I mean, shipping was not. It wasn't. It was up there.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's the thing of living on an island. Everything has to go on and off. I mean, air freight or as your courier service. So, but at least he has it now and can put that together and test it, and everything will be good.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, but you don't have to pay taxes on anything.
It's good.
Well, I don't have to pay sales tax and income tax and property tax and this and that. But I mean, when you go to the grocery store, your bill is actually twice as much. Okay, and my power bill here, I mean, in the summer, I had power bills that were over actually $1,000.
Yeah, but
That's.
you've
sorry.
escaped. You've escaped.
You see, so I mean, yeah, it's yeah. I own my own house. I have my house, and I don't got to pay property tax every year. But that's a nice thing.
How do they generate any like operational funds then?
Import duty, tariff, tax.
Oh, he said duty again.
I know. It's 2 duties.
So they tax the things you buy.
Yes.
So I guess if duties and tariffs on
Consumption tax.
Yeah, well,
consumption
not
tax. Thank
everything.
you.
Not everything has it. Okay, like your staple items, flour, rice, diapers for babies, formula, coffee, milk. Both actually liquid and powder and so forth. They don't have that import duty on them. Okay, so your basic staples, staples don't have it. But like anything else, 27%.
Hey, Will, I have a great idea. Why don't we have a retro computer festival
In
in Caymans, and we'll all fly in. And we'll have. Is there a hotel there?
Plenty of them.
You got a Hilton?
Yeah.
You tried to already spend your points.
No, dude. We all go to the Hilton. I will buy 20 rooms, and we'll all go. I only have 1 million Hilton points. Like literally, I have.
Yeah,
1
but
million.
I don't think that will get you too much here.
Well, we'll have our thing for 2 days.
So because I
Look
mean
at
here,
Justin like trying to rebuild a motherboard while we're all talking about BS.
and in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, wow, the Cayman Islands is probably way warmer than my basement right now.
I've got
my basement's
like 4
freezing.
million American points. Let's just have like 6 guys show up in the Caymans and be like, "What are you doing here?" We're doing a retro computer festival. Why?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
You have to go to Will's house for it, though.
yeah, but then we got to use all of my hardware.
Yes.
I have a better idea. Let's have Will come to BCF Midwest.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the Midwest one. I'm thinking about coming up there. I was gonna come in April, but then some to the east, but then some other things came up that I have to do. So
Yeah, no, Midwest is better.
so I may end up showing up for the Midwest. I may go to the Southwest too because I've got some people in Dallas that are holding some actually hardware for me.
Yeah, that's better. I'll get you rooms at Midwest, and I'll pay for that with my points. And then it only costs like 100,000 points rather than like 5 million to go to.
Yeah. And actually, what I'm doing is I'm cleaning this logic board because all I could think of is that the seller's dog slobbered on the bubble wrap before they shipped it because there was pet hair and this weird liquid substance that didn't look like anything that came out of the computer. And all I could figure was that their dog slobbered on the bubble wrap and then they wrapped this. Yeah, no, yeah, I'm like, okay, that's new. Haven't seen that before. So, yeah, if anyone's wondering, this is not the logic board from the Performa 600.
My Apple III is grumpy.
Yeah. Well, this logic board had drool on it. And
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
Actually, I just wanted to make an announcement. I want to make it official here. I will be presenting on the Monday Streamers forum at VCF East. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
The Monday one, it's the one you want to wait for. Don't go to any of the others.
Yeah.
Save it. Save all your stuff for the Monday one.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one that's on February 29th, from what I understand.
Yes, it is. It's February 29th.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
All right.
So be sure to be there.
I won't miss it for the world.
Hey, can I ask you about all your fun with the, I don't know, the Dremel and the, oh wait, no, that's the wrong person.
Oh, but wait, Ron, you were saying February 29th. Be careful because next year there is an Ashley 29th.
That's right. Next
February
year,
30th.
Oh, I had a whole thing with people who were making fun of. Somebody said like, "Oh, you can't figure out how somebody wins the $1,000 a week thing because it's 3 to 4 weeks per month."
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, there's at least 4 weeks. Thank you. Per month. And like, oh, but what about February? Well, it's always 4 weeks.
Yeah.
But every fourth year, there's an extra day. Can I just?
That doesn't add a whole week.
Yeah.
There is no month of the year that's less than 4 weeks. And you guys ever watch Bill and Ted? Well, we don't know what the answer is, but Sam Demas high school football rules.
Right. City Miss High School football rules.
Doesn't fix your problem.
So, yeah. Anyway,
I'm just
folks,
saying, exactly how long did they have to give this presentation? Because we just saw the highlights. It's like, it's like they had 40 minutes or something, or 30 minutes. I was like, there's like 60 kids in this class. Who's got time to wait? It's like, this is like a 15-hour endeavor. Listen to a bunch of high schoolers like BS their way through a presentation.
Well, it's like, Ron, when I don't buy your OnlyFans, I still might buy Robert Ricardo's OnlyFans because he's better than you. Look, he's
Okay.
crying. He's crying.
Bye, everybody. Good evening.
Bye, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
yeah, folks, I think I am gonna end it too because it is almost 10 o'clock here and I haven't eaten dinner yet. I'm hungry.
Oh, man. Go eat.
I know I need to eat something. So
Do they have food in the Cayman Islands?
we got everything you can imagine. We got everything you can imagine. Everything is.
Hey, Will.
Mhm.
Thanks for inviting me and not kicking me off for being
No,
a giant
it's all right,
dick.
man. It's okay.
All right.
So, but folks, anyway, I want to thank you all for actually sticking around and all those that came in and visited. Thank you, and all the people online watching. Thank you for.
Well,
for actually
well,
spending time here.
you're an awesome guy, and I really appreciate that you joining us in this group of people because you are really cool. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Adam.
All right.
Appreciate that. So, but yeah. So everyone that is still watching, be sure to watch the shows that are scheduled. I saw one for actually Justin that is already scheduled. I think that Trina has one tomorrow, and be sure to watch the one for the actually SC30 giveaway on the 28th.
Yeah,
That is already scheduled also, so it will be on there. Where
I'm
we
gonna
will-
win that. Just send it to me now.
So I don't know who's gonna win it. Let's see. So
Yep.
it's open. It's open to anyone. So let's see who wins it. So
Fantastic.
Anyway,
as long as it's not
um,
record checking.
on behalf of Justin, Ron, Adam, Retrotech, Chris, thank you for coming, and we
All right,
will
thanks
see
for having
everyone
us.
again soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a
right.
good
Good
evening.
night, everybody. Good
Take
night.
care.
Everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Adam. Be safe, Adam.
Yeah.